Who's doing that?
Who's doing what?
The thing we do every time.
What do you mean?
The part where we say hello.
I mean,
You know what? You know what we should do before you go live. You know what we should do? We should do like a countdown to introduce everyone. So it'd be like, oh, and I'm Sam Brooks, and I'm an of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here's Carmine Anthony, and then Carmine talks, and then Carmine's like, oh yeah, no, it's the next entrance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then my music plays because I have music. And
so you're saying that we all come in the show at 90-second intervals?
Yes.
Not only is that a horrible way to introduce a show, but we're already live.
What? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. I'm Carmine Antonelli, and with me is Sam Brooks.
The heist of the century.
And Liam Dunn.
Hello.
This is the show where we're going to be talking about the upcoming Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots. I think, honestly, the Rams have a good fighting chance. But Brooks, who do you think is going to win?
Well, it depends who comes out at number 30. Because
that's true.
Comes out at number 30. If Gronk comes out at 30, then
I don't think Sean McVay's got a game plan for that. Honestly,
no. You got to plan around the 30s.
Yeah, exactly. Liam, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Fantastic.
Did he just leave fucking? This is our Royal Rumble show where we. Oh, he's back as soon as I said that.
I don't know what happened. I've got a new phone.
I have no idea how perfect the comedic timing of your call dropping was. I literally said, Liam, well, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? And it says Liam has left the chat. And then I said, okay, well, fuck, the joke's over, I guess. This is our Royal Rumble show. And then you pop back up in the chat.
I didn't know. I got a new phone and I was testing something. I was like, oh, herpaderp, my new phone. Look at this.
What happens if I press this big red button? Oh.
And I was like, what if I do this?
And what that does.
And then everything went nuts. And yeah, so I left.
Everything went dark.
I got scared.
And now I'm back.
Okay,
that's
so
my
who's
story.
going to win the Super Bowl?
Who do I think is going to win the Super Bowl? New York Knicks.
I get that. I get why you said that.
We saw them, Carmine. We've met Carmine. This is the first time we're doing a show after we've met each other in person.
It is.
We've actually met each other. Insert picture now.
Yeah, Liam and his friend came to New York, and I showed him around for 3 days straight without sleeping.
Liam's friend wasn't me. Here you go. Here it is.
Yeah, on this live show.
Look at that picture that even I haven't seen.
There you go. Look at that shit.
And we saw the New York
Knicks. Picture. I wonder if I can swap my picture to something.
Probably.
I think you should.
It's typically a feature of the internet.
How do I change the profile picture, Jimmy?
How do I tell Google I want a new picture?
You guys talk. I'm going to change my profile picture because I want to show a picture of me and Carmine.
This is how we're going to do the live stream version of insert picture here. Is he just has to sit there for a couple minutes at a time and change his profile picture every time.
The thing is, okay, so the thing is, the reason why I haven't got my camera going, okay, I'm on my phone. And yes, I know cameras have phones, but I don't think people want to see me with like the weird grandpa, like doesn't know how to hold a camera, sort of. And like, it's going to be
blown out to shit.
Yeah. So until I get a new laptop, this is how I've been doing the shows, which is why this is a thing. Okay, right, here we go. Change photo. All right, you guys talk. I'm going to just change the photo. Anyway,
this is the show where we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble and what we think is going to happen as we go down the match card. So, yeah, this is...
hang on, we got a prediction here. Heroic Nico says, I think Brett Favre will be a surprise legend return in the Super Bowl Rumble.
That's a good call.
I don't mean throwing a touchdown.
Oh, God, I forgot about that bit.
Yeah, let's forget about it.
That was so shit.
That was. And we also have Stussy Hayaku in the chat. How's it going? It's going well.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, this show's off to a rough start, but so far so good, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, we're going to go down the match card and talk about what we think is going to happen in the Royal Rumble and maybe make some fucking predictions about surprise entrance or who the fuck we think is going to win it. I don't fucking know. We do this different every time. So.
Yeah, pretty much. We could also talk about Takeover, which happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah, let's do that first, because I don't know what happened.
Okay, let me
Feel
just
like a
look up the
walk-
card here. Was it
I
New
like that.
Orleans?
There we go. I changed the picture.
Oh,
It
he
still
did it.
I still see Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, for
Yeah, I
fuck's sake,
still see Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool, go away. It'll change.
It'll
Hang
just
on,
give
wait.
him.
I have an
All
idea.
right.
Wait, I have an idea.
All right, what's your idea? All right, that's
Yeah,
great. That's a real good idea. I like
Turn it
that.
off and on again. Like that. I have an idea. Fine.
All right, yeah. No, it wasn't New Orleans. I was like
There we go.
April last year. What
It
am I
is
thinking
still
of?
Ryan
Oh, there
Reynolds.
he is. Is still Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, leave it. Pikachu and me can stay for now.
All right, fine. Yes. God, what was the fucking event called last night? What was it?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Fennec Fox.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Take over Phoenix. Penis. Here we go. All right. So we have the War Raiders defeat the Undisputed Era for the tag team titles.
Cool. That's cool. I like them.
Which?
War Raiders.
Oh, okay. I like all of the above, all the parties involved. This is
Yeah,
great.
I mean, I think the Undisputed Era is a little like it plays to the Bullet Club fandom a little much, but they're still good. It's not like they're bad.
What do you mean the Bullet Club fandom?
They're just exactly that type of group. You know exactly what I mean. Like, it's hard to put into words, but it is that group that is apparently in every fucking company now. It's not bad. I'm not trying to say they're bad. I'm just saying it's that fucking group. So, I mean, whatever. I like the War Raiders.
Yeah, no, I think they both have their strengths. War Raiders are obviously just the same as they were on the Indies as War Machine, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
I
They
think
still do the good
WWE
moves.
needs more teams like that because fucking Revival didn't pan out the way we all wanted them to. So
Yeah, and they're never going to do anything with Harper and Rowan that we like. So
are they still bludgeoning?
yeah, but one of them is injured, so they're not on TV.
For fuck's sake.
I think it's Rowan.
It's always Rowan.
Yeah, the Rowan Empire is sadly being rebuilt.
Why that sounded so venomous from
It's
me.
always Rowan breaking his
Always
fucking legs.
Rowan.
Always. God damn it, Eric.
Stupid bald prick.
Wow, okay. That's strong, mate. He's got a broken
I like
leg.
Rowan actually, but it's just I don't know where that came from.
He is the future of the company, as we all very well know.
He's a fucking WWE champion to be, obviously.
He is. He co-main evented WrestleMania with The Rock.
He's gonna win the Rumble tonight, mark my words.
He comes back at number 30.
Yeah, he just kills our truth.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We also had Matthew Riddle defeating Cassius Ohno by submission.
Submission. That's cool. I forgot Riddle was a part of this now, but that's very cool.
Yeah, he is. He's doing his bro thing, and it's good. It's Matt Riddle.
I always laugh when I think about the fact that Matt Riddle's in NXT now because wasn't he the one person everyone was like, he'll never ever WWE because drugs.
He'll
Yeah.
never ever WWE because of drugs.
Yeah, that's the exact sentence everyone always said.
Yeah, you not see the copy passer on Reddit?
Yeah, he'll never ever WWE because drugs.
Yeah. He won't
But-
ever World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, because weed. But no, for
Yeah.
real, everyone was always saying like, no, he's like they'll never let him in because of that, and then there he is.
I think they were more saying that about Japan, which is a thing that has actual like ground because they arrest anybody who talks about weed in that country.
I was gonna say, isn't Matt Sydal banned from it?
Yeah, he was
Japan.
caught with some kind of narcotics on him, and he was put in prison for like 2 months before he got out.
Yeah.
Now he's
Don't
in
fuck around
Impact.
over there.
Yeah, they don't shit on their dicks over there. They're pretty on the ball.
Dicks are
I'm
sweet.
sorry, what?
Their dicks are
So they're
clean.
pretty on the ball.
No. The thing about the dicks. What was that sentence?
All right, Andy. We'll talk
No,
about dicks.
that was just the weirdest sentence you've ever said. Shit on their dicks.
I really doubt that's the weirdest thing I've ever said.
Football.
No,
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
pretty much up there as the weirdest thing you've ever said.
Well, that makes sense to me, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean it was a perfect analogy,
Do
honestly.
you,
Yeah.
do you know someone who shat on their dick, Sam?
Who wants to know?
Me, that's what I'm asking.
That's a good point. Who's asking, Liam? Oh, yeah, it's Liam. Mind your own business.
You're so
Maybe.
weird.
What happens between me and my clients is confidential.
Anyway,
What happens in those four walls
That was a good
stays
bit.
on those four walls.
That was a good bit, you guys.
Oh, yeah, thanks for chiming in and saving it.
The fuck
Dick.
was I supposed to do with that?
You can't write magic,
yeah,
just
you
say
don't know
some
about
weird
the
shit.
dick fitting? Like, oh,
Do
good.
that.
There you
Make me
go.
laugh, monkey.
What else happened at Phoenix?
Couple of things. The heat was hot, and Johnny Gargano defeated Ricochet to become the new North American Championship.
Oh,
He is
okay.
the championship now.
That's the opposite of what I thought happened. So
No,
I just
yeah,
saw-
no. Gargano just beat him in apparently a really good match. I've not seen Takeover, but I do plan on it.
Okay. Okay.
I
I was
think
wondering
it's-
why there were like no opinions going with any of these matches. Like this thing happened. Okay, cool. Also, this happened. Oh, okay. Usually,
Well, because I'm a busy man and I don't have time to watch everything, but I do plan on it because I've heard good things about this event and the matches. I'm giving my reactions to the results. You see.
yes, I do see. I thought I just saw a picture of Ricochet wearing the belt in the group chat, and I was like, oh, he won it. Okay, cool. And then
No,
apparently,
he had it.
yeah, he apparently lost it actually. So
He did.
he also looked like he had his ring gear inspired by Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes,
yeah, I like it. He had a big Spooderman going on.
It's just
Mhm.
Spider-Man going.
he is
Ben-
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Well, yeah, if anyone's gonna like copy that sort of like costume, it's gonna be Ricochet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
It's not like Rey
surprised-
Mysterio did it like 10 years ago.
I was just gonna say.
No, Mysterio never did Spider-Man. He did Daredevil.
Did he
did
not?
Flash. He did Joker. He's not done Spider-Man as far as I'm aware.
I was just gonna say, like, I wonder if Rey Mysterio comes out with a fucking Spider-Man outfit tonight.
And he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, Ricochet.
Now I gotta wait till WrestleMania.
The thing is he's look. Ray's fine. Don't get me wrong. Like he can still wrestle, obviously, which is why he's still
Bless
there.
him.
Bless
I
him.
mean, he came back
But
from the dead to wrestle.
he's not quite sort of like WCW level where he was literally just insane and just jumping around. Do you know what I mean?
Clear. But it's, I think, just a shock that he's even still doing anything. Because there was that point right before he first left WWE where everyone was like, wow, he has no knees left. He's going to die. like,
And he's just injury prone, and he was always spending most of the time on the sideline.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Honestly, the
shocked.
fact that he still has working legs is a blessing, really.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that he's even still wrestling. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But no, yeah, Ricochet had a cool get up and then lost in it. So that's fun.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's just say that Ricochet. If we're doing if this was a fashion version of the Suplah, like if
yeah.
we're reviewing it for fashion terms, I would probably say Ricochet was the standout gala of the night. Is that the correct phrasing? Someone tell me. I don't know.
I'll toot his outfit.
There you go. He is a fashionista, as they say.
Also, pettiest boss, no, I'm sorry, it says apparently Harper is also injured. He's got a hand injury.
Oh.
So it's not just Rowan.
Hey, does anyone remember when Sin Cara dislocated his finger and called off a match?
Speaking of Sin Cara, hold on. I just realized something recently. When did they give Grand Metalik the fucking theme song from that Kalisto and Sin Cara had?
Oh, the Lucha Dragon theme song.
Yeah, when the fuck did they give him that and why?
Since he joined Lucha House Party, wasn't it?
Yeah. Lucha House Party is Metal League, Kalisto, and Lince Dorado, and I'm pretty sure they just all have Kalisto's theme because he's apparently the leader. You know him well.
He's finally
I mean,
back.
they're not wrong. How are the three of them? I know Kalisto the best.
Yeah,
Also,
It is weird.
One thing. I was watching 205 Live. Okay.
wow.
I watched.
That's
I
news in and of itself. Someone
I-
watched it.
I watched it. I mean, I watched the highlights on YouTube, but it still counts.
I
Uh,
watched a couple clips on Twitter, but that's it.
it still counts.
I watched it on Wikipedia for the results.
Grand Metalik needs to cut his damn hair. Like it looks
Yeah, he's getting a bit long in the
ridiculous.
tooth over there.
It looks ridiculous how it's kind of just sticking out from under the mask. Like it looks stupid.
I gotta look this up now. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
he's got hair carmine, right?
Well, fuck me sideways. That's crazy.
And it's so long that it sticks out of the mask.
Like, imagine Thunder Liger, but he has a mask on over his mask and hair. That's kind of what we're talking about.
I see what you're talking about.
Like, either do the Rey Mysterio half mask thing, or just shave it. It looks ridiculous.
No one sees your actual face anyway. Like, you don't have any appearances to upkeep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a cool looking design of a wrestler. I'll give him that. But he just looks so... I can't take him seriously. Because whenever I see his hair, I just think of like a fat 40-year-old Mexican man. I don't know why that's what the image that comes to my head, but that's all I see. I see like super crazy. Like, that's who he is to me. It's super crazy. In a mask.
He's crazy.
I am super. I am crazy. I am super crazy.
I was just talking to Brooks not too long ago about that gimmick and like, how the fuck did that come to be?
What, the Mexicals?
No, super crazy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the racist stereotype.
It all started on a day when he realized that he was not just super, he was in fact crazy. He was super crazy.
He was still super. So he couldn't just call himself super, and he couldn't just call himself crazy.
And he's not crazy super.
That's ridiculous.
I think you're all wrong.
Crazy super. He's got like keys. He like fixes shit, but he's like crazy.
I think you're all wrong. I think what happened was that he was a kid and his name was Crazy. That was it. He had no surname. His name was just Crazy. Because his parents were like...
parents, I gotta tell you what.
Well, his parents were like, look, he's running around a lot. He's jumping off things. He's riding around on lawnmowers to school. It's a bit odd. Let's just call him Crazy.
Did they call him Jeff? But
7 years old to name him?
No, they called him Jeff, but then they like got the deed pulled through and like changed his name and everything. It was a whole process.
No. He did have a name for a couple of years because you know how sometimes people say I can't name the baby until I see them. Well, his parents took a little while with that. They were like, nothing's really sticking with this.
This poor kid had to go to kindergarten. Like, hey, what's your name? Nothing. I have none.
I am the child without a name.
My parents are still working on it. Honestly,
it's in the works.
Anyway.
And then one day he comes to school. He's like, "Hey guys, I got some. I can't say good news, but I have news. I got a name now." And they're like, "What is it?" It's just Crazy. But what is it? No, it's literally the word crazy is my name.
Right, and then anyway. So what happens is he goes on a school trip to like a place that just does genetic engineering on spiders. And the spider bites him.
But they accidentally put Crazy in there. And it's like, well, that's not a spider. Now he's a Mexican luchador. Whoa.
And then he's like, oh, no, I just got bit by a spider. And then he's like, he thinks he's not actually, but he thinks he starts getting superpowers because he now just starts jumping off everything at this point. At first, he was just jumping out of trees. Now he's trying to jump off of steel cages and shit. And it's getting weird. So he thinks he's a superhero. And so instead of being just crazy, he calls himself Super Crazy. And that's the origin story of Super Crazy.
It's a really bad secret identity. Like, hey, Clark, you have superpowers. You can shoot lasers out of your eyes and throw cars and fly. What are you going to call yourself? What's your superhero name? I think I'm going to call myself Super Clark.
Because he's super and he's Clark.
He's Super Clark.
Oh, fuck me. Anyway, what the hell were we talking about? NXT?
Yeah. It's not often I wonder what the fuck we're doing, but now then it was a hardcore point of like, what the fuck are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Johnny Gargano beating Ricochet for the North American Championship, which was then followed by Shayna Baszler defeating Bianca Belair by technical submission.
Technical submission? Oh, you just mean submission. I was like, what the fuck is this new way to win?
Well, it's the thing where they're in a submission hold, but they don't tap out. They just stop.
Like they pass out?
Yeah, they just stop existing, and then they're like, "Yep, okay."
It's like the referee kayfabe stops the match.
Right? Yeah. Like they get dusted out like in Infinity War.
Like that one time Sami Zayn died because of Kevin Owens.
Or it was like Stone Cold and Bret Hart is an actual reference to actually something that's relevant, Sam.
Right? Yeah. Forgive me
for
referencing a Marvel film.
And he fucking tries to shit on you.
Yeah.
Can I just say really quickly?
What?
Black Panther doesn't deserve the Oscar nomination. Anyway,
Right,
so
we're
the
not
point
talking
is
about
that
this.
I haven't yet seen Takeover because I've got a confession to make, lads.
What?
I hate wrestling.
I unsubscribed from the WWE network.
But Liam, how
6
will the
months ago.
NXT wrestlers get their paychecks now?
Andy will just have to pay double.
That's the only solution.
Adam Cole will find you.
Look, I've lost 0.00001 cent because of you.
Going
Right,
to
Adam,
find
sorry.
you and hurt you.
For that
sorry, Adam.
piece of a penny that you owe me.
Yeah, like literally less than a penny.
But it's worth something to me, damn it.
It's the difference between living on the food line and...
However, I am resubscribing to the network tonight for the Rumble. I've got a Domino's pizza winging its way to me at 11:45 because it's the latest I could order it. And yeah, there's a couple of things on the network that I want to check out. I'm not sure if I'm interested in takeaway. Takeover.
I mean, everyone's interested in takeaway.
I mean, who doesn't love a takeaway?
If there's anything we can take away from the show, it's that.
Because the thing is, I've got to look. This is the thing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's too many freaking. I've complained about this God knows how many times. This is why I just watch.
So what's one
YouTube
more?
now, right? So I just watch everything on YouTube because 3 hours on Monday, 3 hours on Tuesday, 2 hours on Wednesday. Like this, Vince. I have a life. I know it's odd to say this.
It's all wrestling, you dick.
I know it's odd to say, but I have a life outside of WWE. Like I've got I've just finished Spyro 120%. Like I couldn't have done that if all I was doing. Look, I couldn't have done that if all I was doing was watching like.
Liam, you're not making the biggest case for I have a life.
I have a life, damn it.
By using Spyro as your proof.
I got the platinum trophy.
If I watch Raw and SmackDown, how am I supposed to get the extra gems in Spyro? You have to be reasonable here.
I appreciate that voice he's been given. I would like you to continue that. Please and thank you.
I'm just saying, like, I've got other things on my mind besides wrestling.
Be nasty Nork if I'm watching 205 live.
How else am I gonna beat the sorceress if you want me to watch NXT?
For fuck's sake, Sam, you've taken it too far now. You've taken it too far.
Much wrestling.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. Like I've got Detroit Become Human, which Sam live streamed on the game channel, which we have Suplah Gaming at YouTube.com.
I've got a series that's going to be starting on that channel very soon. Go subscribe.
So go and check that out. He's done a playthrough of Detroit Become Human, and I can't watch it because I haven't played the game yet. And why haven't I played the game? Because I'm playing Spyro. Why haven't I finished Spyro? Because I've been watching wrestling, and this is what happened. I can't support my friends, Vince. I can't support my friends because you're pumping out too much content. Calm shit. So that I can then finish my games and then support my friends who then play those games on the internet.
Liam, literally in the same sentence, the friend that you wanted to support has been mocked by you, so I really don't know where your allegiance stands right now. Before this show, you were shitting on me without mercy for about 5 minutes in a row, and I was just sitting here taking it, thinking, when's he going to stop? But you didn't stop, and you just kept on going. I mean, you want to support me, though.
Of course I want to support you. You're my friend.
The only reason you socks is because of fucking Vince, basically.
That's the reason why. Because you kept going on about why can't I watch it? And I said, well, I haven't finished the game yet. I haven't even started the game because I'm finishing Spyro. Then you were like, why not? I'm more important than Spyro. And I'm like, yes, I know you are.
I didn't say that.
I can't finish Spyro because I've got to catch up on this week's wrestling. And I've got
I didn't say any of the things that you're saying.
I've got to watch Raw. I've got to watch SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT UK. I've got to watch like Total Bellas, Total Divas, all this just all this stuff. I just calm the shit down. Shh, Pidgeot, stop crying.
No one was crying.
Having a stroke? What was that?
That's my Pokeball from Pokemon Let's Go.
You're an enigma.
What? What's wrong?
Your existence confuses me sometimes.
Why? No, it's you saw that. You saw it in New York when I came, and you were like,
Oh,
"What's
I know
that
exactly
round?"
what you're talking about. But the way you just switch from thing to thing, like it's not weird, is so weird. Vince, I can't watch because I gotta play Spyro, which is preventing me from playing this thing that is gonna be my friend is streaming it on the channel. And I can't watch it because I can't play because I'm playing Spyro because I'm watching too much wrestling. Shut the fuck up, Pidgeot. Anyway, like what the fuck, Leo?
I'm just saying they need to calm down on the content, right? I can't keep up with it, and it therefore affects my personal life with relationships with other people.
No, you affect your own relationships with other people, Liam. But you
No,
clearly demonstrated that today.
I'm fairly certain it's Vince.
Okay, you're gonna blame all your personality defects on an old man. Okay,
Yep,
that's fair.
I'm fairly certain it's Vince.
Alrighty, that's fair. Can we talk about the main event of TakeOver, though? Because we haven't done that yet.
Sure.
Yeah. Ciampa retained over Aleister Black, and then at the end of the show, DIY, the former DIY, him and Gargano, posed at the top of the ramp with their belts.
What?
Yeah. It happened.
Whoa.
It is a thing that happened. And I feel like they're teasing another Gargano Ciampa program over the NXT title yet again, but we're not too sure. And there have been reports that afterwards there was a kayfabe brawl between Aleister Black, Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, Ciampa, and Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream, who wasn't even on the show, by the way.
He's showing up tonight. I'm calling it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if
I'm not saying this is
Aleister Black was in the Rumble.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not by any means saying this is their call-up to the main roster. We've only just had some call-ups. I think it'd be too soon to have some more. But by all means, I think this is going to be where they're going to show up tonight. Anyone, like, I definitely think, I'm like 98% certain Velveteen Dream is going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
Aleister Black, I'm a little bit, not that it's not possible. I think Adam Cole did it last year after winning the North American Championship. So it's possible. But I think Velveteen Dream is an absolute certainty that it is showing up.
Well, the way that it often works out is that they appear in the Rumble and then they have a cool-off period to maybe finish off in NXT, and then a couple months later, like April or May time, then they show up on the main roster.
Yeah.
No, because Adam Cole showed up in last year's Rumble and he's still in NXT.
I remember that time Bo Dallas was in the Rumble.
Oh,
Didn't he eliminate Wade Barrett?
He did.
He did.
And they tried to set up a feud with it, and it just never happened.
Because no one cared about Bo Dallas.
Yeah, because that was back when he still had that weird, like, Texas theme song.
And, like, the one glove.
It's very strange. I don't understand NXT or the backstage sometimes. Like, you get characters like Bo Dallas, who wasn't even really that over. He was kind of a joke even in NXT. And they bring him up to the main roster and try and make him a big deal. And it falls flat on the face.
The problem with what happened with Bo is actually pretty simple because in NXT, he was over as a heel. Like, his gimmick worked super well for what it was trying to do.
It really was one of the standouts of, like, the before NXT, like, made it big. He was, like, one of the major things about it.
He was, like, the beginning of the golden era, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem with it translating to the main roster was that they never explained it. He just showed up as this happy-go-lucky guy, and it didn't make any sense because they didn't explain why he was like that.
But then,
I mean, lather, rinse, repeat with everybody. They call up people from NXT and expect everybody to know.
Well, no, I would say it's slightly different because then you get people like Bobby Roode, who was over as fuck in NXT, and then he shows up on the main roster. He has a small singles run on SmackDown, and now he's in a tag team with Chad Gable. Like, the guy's momentum's just kind of stalled. And you can't say that hasn't been a pattern. You look at Shinsuke Nakamura, who, after WrestleMania, he had a couple of matches with AJ Styles. I know he went on to win the United States title, but really, aside from that, he's not really done much else. Asuka is the perfect example. Like, she came up with a fucking undefeated streak and then just got shat on. She went to WrestleMania after winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. She went to WrestleMania. She lost. Fine. Okay. You want to make Charlotte Flair a big thing? Whatever. And then suddenly Charlotte Flair loses the next night or 2 nights after WrestleMania to Carmella, of all people. Not that I mean, I love Carmella, don't get me wrong, but just, no, it shouldn't be her. And then Asuka does nothing for up until, like, December. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, guys?
No, it was very odd the way that all went down.
Very odd indeed.
I don't understand this situation that they're in. You get characters like Bobby Roode. You get characters like Shinsuke Nakamura, Asuka. You've even got characters there at the moment like Aleister Black, Adam Cole, Gargano. Like I fear for when Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano go to the main roster because I think they're just going to fall by the wayside. And somebody just died. Is everyone okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, yeah, no, we're okay.
I just heard something fall off.
It's probably my sanity.
Has my picture updated yet?
Yes, it has.
There you go. Look, it's me and Carmine.
I'd still see Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, you're delusional, but it's updated. It's all good. It's all right.
Fine. Well, people might be able to see that it's me and Carmine as proof that we have met. This was taken. When was it? Just about a month and a half ago.
It was. Oh God! It was right. It was at the beginning of December.
Yeah, this was at the. This was at Madison Square Garden, actually.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. After
I've always wanted to Square Madden.
Well, you know what? You should have come with us, Sam.
Oh, you should have paid for my ticket then.
Why should I? Look, I'm not getting into this, right? You're a grown man.
I am.
And we spend our.
Oh shit!
We spend our grown-up time.
Me.
We spend our grown-up time.
All this time, I thought I was 12.
Ranting about,
They lied to me.
Fictional characters on the internet.
A cheap travel bundle and ended up in that shitty Chinatown motel.
I don't. I could do it. We could do our own podcast about the adventures in New York. So we'll save that for another time.
Sure, I think that's
bring back the broadcast just for that. Anyway, what were we saying? NXT. Yeah, I fear for these guys going to the main roster because I just think that I don't know if it's Vince or if it's the crowd or what. I don't know, but there seems to be at the moment this disconnect between NXT and the main roster. And I don't know. I mean, I want to say it's partly the crowd because they don't, sometimes they don't respond the way that WWE wants. But then you look at how even Ty Dillinger, when he debuted 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years. Yeah, it was 2 years ago in the 2017 Rumble. He came out at number 10 and the place went insane. And this was like an 80,000 person stadium, and it went insane for Ty Dillinger, this NXT guy, And when Shinsuke debuted on the main roster, again the entire audience was singing along with him. But for some reason, within those past those couple of months, those very crucial couple of months since they debuted, something happens, and they don't connect with the audience, or Vince just goes sour on them.
They get put into a nothing feud with Dolph Ziggler.
That's also true, and that doesn't help matters. And you can see why Ziggler is saying, "Yeah, no, I'm not in the Rumble tonight. I'm not going to show up for a little bit. I'm taking a break." You can absolutely see why he would get frustrated.
Likes him. Literally nobody likes him anymore.
I like him.
Oh, we found him. We found the guy, everybody. We found the one fan. Well done. We got him. We got him here on the show. How does it feel?
Why don't people like Dolph?
Because he's boring.
I don't dislike Dolph. I just think that he's an unfortunate circumstance of every NXT call-up.
It's also
that is definitely something that's hurt his stock, and he's also been made into this wet blanket that just kills the crowd anytime he comes out. And the whole thing last year with him winning the United States Championship, giving it up, appearing at number 30 in the Rumble, and then getting eliminated in 2 minutes, none of that ever happened. Was really dumb.
I'll be honest.
He's just a victim of bad booking. That's all it is.
2018 was not a great year for him because they gave him this weird gimmick where he walked out on the belt, and then he comes out with a disc scratch sound effect, and it doesn't work. The reason why it's a huge disconnect is because it's so out of character, and they haven't given a reason for that character. You look at some major character changes that have happened. I'm just trying to think of major character changes that have happened. You look at maybe Triple H. He goes from Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Connecticut Blue Blood, to being a part of D-Generation X, and you see how he kind of evolved from that pompous, posh character to where he is now, excluding the fact that he fucks the boss's daughter. You look at that character's progression, and it kind of makes sense over the timeline. Dolph Ziggler, it was so out of character. It was just a switch. He doesn't feel like Dolph Ziggler. He feels like a different person, and that's why it doesn't work, because they haven't really given a reason for this change. It's the opposite end of the spectrum to the Bayley and Sasha Banks situation, where I just want them to just feud and be blood enemies right now, but they're not. They're, oh, look, we're happy best friends after arguing a couple of times. Now look, we're best friends. No one cares. Like, there's nothing that's making me believe those traits and those personalities and those relationships that are happening, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's that. I mean, I still like Dolph. I think he's a great wrestler, but he's had a very bad year, and he's probably frustrated, and I would be as well. Like, he is, like you said, the NXT call-up guy who just constantly loses, and I think I'm more frustrated not really because of that, but because of the fact that it's quite clear now he will never be in the world title picture. Not legitimately, anyway. Not taken as a serious competitor in the world title picture.
I was telling Brooks this the other day. I don't believe in the nevers of wrestling. I think
Jinder Mahal's probably the best example of that then.
Exactly. Any given wrestler is one match away from being considered a serious contender at any given time. It doesn't matter what the fuck they've been through. It takes one fucking match. You got to book it well after that. I'm not saying that one match will fix everything about a character, Jinder Mahal, but I still think that's the case for anyone. I think Dolph could any day be a champion, but as of right now, he's not in that position, and this is all a big reason why. Remember when he was the fucking sole survivor? And Sting, like fucking Jesus, came down and chose him as the fucking one to fight the Authority. Like,
yeah, and this is what I mean. This is the thing, because I think I totally understand what you mean, Carmine. I do, but I think there's a difference between someone like Dolph Ziggler and someone like Xavier Woods. Now, both of them are very charismatic, very good on the microphone, very good at what they do, and this is by no means a disrespect to Xavier Woods, but Dolph Ziggler has been in far more high-profile matches, feuds. He's even technically been world champion twice. Well, not technically. One was absolutely. The first one was given to him by Vicky Guerrero, and then he lost it the same night. But he's technically already been a 2-time world champion. And I think that's what I'm trying to get at. The fact that he doesn't feel like it. He's not booked in that way. And it's quite clear, in my opinion, he'll never be back in that position where he could be a world champion again. I know what you mean, like just one match away from it, but I think that's the only way I can compare it. Like, there's a difference between him and, say, I don't know, who am I thinking of? Who's like, who's a mid-carder? Like Apollo Crews. There you go. That's the major difference.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I still think anything's sort of possible. The difference, I think, one of the big things with like Xavier Woods is like because he's so tied to the New Day. Like, I don't think him of the three of them would ever be world champion unless the New Day were to stop happening, which I don't want. I think Kofi could. I think Brendan has been a huge advocate of that recently. And
I'm totally on Brendan's side. I think Kofi is more than deserving of at least being in a high-profile match for the WWE title. The guy has proven himself. Not only, like, you look at his wrestling abilities, and he's consistently good. Like, he's never faltered in a match. You've never thought, oh, that was a really, like, poor performance on Kofi. Like, he's a consistent worker. He's not injury-prone at all. The guy is solid. He's proven that he has the comedy capabilities with the New Day. And he also, when he feuded with Randy Orton, he also proved that he could be very serious.
Yeah, I fucking love that feud. I think everyone does.
And I think it's sad that he hasn't really had more of an opportunity. Don't get me wrong, the New Day's great, but and I'm not saying you have to split them up, but I feel like, you know, let Xavier Woods and Big E kind of hold the fort of the New Day, like, as we know, and Kofi can just kind of go off and be his own thing. And then, you know, when he finishes his run, he deserves at least one run as a world champion. He absolutely deserves at least one run, even if it's for like 3 months. Like, he deserves it. And then after that, bring him back to the New Day. Just let him I would totally be open and happy with the idea of Kofi Kingston winning tonight. Absolutely, 100%.
I was going to say, I think if anyone can be among that group, if there's anyone in the New Day that can be world champion and still have the New Day be cohesive, it's Kofi. I feel like there's no need to even do that much, where he goes off on his own for a little bit, like still technically part of the New Day while they're doing the New Day stuff. Like, no, they'll all be doing New Day stuff. He's just world champion. I think you could totally do that.
And here's the other thing, right? This is why this idea of Kofi Kingston winning the Rumble is such an obvious idea to me. As we all know, AEW, All Elite Wrestling, is now a thing. It's becoming an official thing. And not only that, it's going to be, in my opinion, it's very early days, but speculation says that it's going to become the second biggest promotion, if not in the top 5 promotions of North America. And I think we can say that quite easily. Impact once had that title, but they've had a lot of financial issues and they've fallen down by the wayside quite a lot. With AEW, because they've got the guy who owns, I think it's Fulham, the Fulham Football Club over here. Like, he's like a legit millionaire.
Shad Khan, also the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL, and his son Tony Khan. But it's like a billionaire family at this point.
Well, there you go. Yeah, this is the equivalent of, this is the modern day version of almost Ted Turner coming back and saying, "I'm
pretty much it is.
I'm restarting WCW."
Wait, you're not shitting with me. It's actually him.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's a big deal then.
Yeah,
that's why Cody tweeted out a while ago that he's like, "Oh, I'm suddenly a supporter of the Jacksonville Jaguars."
Yeah. So this is WWE has to take AWE seriously, a lot more seriously than they ever took Impact. And Cody or somebody, I can't remember, but somebody said that they're going to put a lot more focus on the tag team division. Makes sense. They've got the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are one of the guys, running this thing. So of course they want to put a focus on tag teams. So speaking of tag teams, what a perfect way to bring the New Day into the main sort of really proper main event scene by having Kofi Kingston win the WWE title and having Big E and Xavier Woods win the tag titles. And then you've got the WWE champion and the tag team champions in a stable again. When was the last time that happened? Wait. Evolution. Oh, yeah, that was a thing that's built Batista and Randy Orton to big household names. Anyone else remember that?
I also think that at this point, more than ever, they've needed to stop doing this for a while, but now that you're saying this about AEW, WWE needs to stop breaking up tag teams. There just needs to be more career tag team wrestlers.
Well, that's the reason why they've got the Revival pretty much on lock now, and they're going to make them apparently they're going to make them the staple of like the division now, because they've been unhappy and said, well, if you're not going to use us properly, then AEW is right around the corner. So they were like, no, okay, wait, hold up. How about we do something good with our tag teams finally?
Because stop me if you've heard this one before. Tag team comes up, they do something, maybe they don't. They try to win a belt, they don't. Maybe they win one once and then they lose it. And then, one of them wants to go singles and blames the other one for all their problems. And they're not a team anymore. And then they're
usually the bigger one blaming the smaller one. And then there's a beatdown.
Careers, both.
And then the little one gets accused of raping someone and gets fired.
That was a specific instance. JTG never did that, Liam.
To be fair, he's like JTG. Don't defend that guy. He believes that the Earth is flat, right? He does not deserve defending.
Different levels of shitty.
I mean, I'm not saying they're comparable. I'm just saying don't defend the guy. He's an idiot.
I wasn't defending him for anything.
I wasn't like, you know what? People who deserve to be like shunned from society, rapists and flat earthers. Like I didn't put them in the same category.
I was never defending JTG for any of these things.
That's fine then. That's good.
I just brought up the name, and you're like, "No, don't defend him." And I'm like, "I just said his name, Liam."
I do feel a bit sorry for him.
Anything.
He was like on the roster, being paid for like 2 years. What? What?
Why are you praying, sir?
I've tried to chime in on a point for like 30 straight seconds. And it's not happening.
Oh, it's not like me. I've been here for a while. You know, I got shit to say as well.
Say your things. Go on.
Yeah, first of all, we have Kay Smilly in the chat who says hi. Hello, Kay Smilly. Welcome to the train wreck. You were talking about NXT call-ups.
Oh.
And about how you don't have much faith in them.
Yeah, that was the original point, huh?
Yeah. That's kind of where I fell off anyway, but besides the point. It varies with case by case. And yeah, you can like sweep it all with one brush, but there is case-by-case instances. For example, Ty Dillinger was never anything more than a number. Whenever anybody talks about Ty Dillinger, nobody discusses his work rate. Nobody discusses how good of an all-round performer he is. All they talk about is 10. So when you put him up on the main roster with just, oh, he's going to be at number 10 in the Rumble. I mean, what more do you expect? Yeah, they should give him more of a character. That's what I'm saying. Like, but when they put him up there with just a number as a gimmick, he's not exactly going to be destined for great things. So that's more on NXT's fault than anything else. Just shoving him up there into the spotlight and expecting something.
There is a little bit of complacency with NXT booking where it's like, if a character gets one thing that gets them over, NXT just sticks with it.
Speaking of, Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
He was a heel in NXT who happened to have one of the best theme songs in a while at the time.
Yes.
And he was running great down there as the champion, fighting Shinsuke, fighting Roderick Strong, fighting all of these people. And then when he comes up, he's not a heel anymore, with an interesting dynamic with NXT itself. He's a guy who has a really cool theme song and a robe. And that's it. And they give him the US title, but he's like, oh, glorious. For every promo. They booked him as a boring, bland babyface, and that's where that fell down. And now he's in a tag team with Chad Gable, because who the fuck knows why? They got nothing for either of them.
Where the fuck did Shelton Benjamin go?
Home.
Didn't he tear down a background over Christmas for some reason?
What?
He did something. He's done something with himself, but he's not been on TV, I don't think.
Yeah, he was on. Like,
me about Bobby Roode is the fact that, you know, people made the jokes about how it's like, oh, he's like a weird young Canadian Triple H, right? And then
that was fucking exemplified at Survivor Series. Remember when Bobby Roode was on Team SmackDown?
WWE acknowledged it, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
we have a Canadian Triple H. Does that inspire them to book him any better? No, they just acknowledge it.
Did that inspire them to book him as Canadian Triple H? No.
It was so.
would you want him
weird
to be
me.
booked as Canadian Triple H though?
I'm not saying that he should be booked as that. I'm saying he should be booked as
come out
something
like,
different other than...
But
Yeah,
like,
right. He should be booked as something other than a theme song and a robe. That's all I'm saying.
Glorious.
Come out as that.
Believe it.
Come out as a fucking intimidating man that does things.
Intimidating man, as opposed to intimidating chair.
Or a non-intimidating piece
Oh, I don't want to sit on him.
I am a chair.
It's got spikes on
I am
it.
a chair. I am a cushy chair.
And I will
be
then-
sat on. I will be sat on.
Yes.
That's
That should be his
it.
gimmick now. He is a chair. He's a heelish chair. He gives out whenever you sit on him.
He hits people with himself.
Yeah. No, I imagine like a wooden chair with like, I don't know, carpet on it or something, and then he's just like wielding the steel chair. Yeah, exactly.
Fourth.
But we've ignored a name amongst all the NXT call-ups that I think is actually faring better than he ever did in NXT, and that's Elias.
Yes.
He's been
Fuck,
doing
talk about a guy who
infinite
hadn't
amounts of
given-
better.
Talk about a guy who I thought was going to fall flat on his face when he went to the main roster because he wasn't even over in NXT. My God, did he shut me up quickly?
Quite the
Well, maybe
opposite.
not quickly,
He's
but he shut
actually,
me up.
yeah, he's working better than he ever did in NXT, and mostly because they found something. They found something with him that the crowd loves, and I fucking love Elias. Andy hates him because he hates gimmicks, despite being a wrestling fan. But you know, neither here nor there.
Yeah. No, Elias is fucking fantastic. And the moment, it's weird because it's gonna sound stupid, but like as soon as I saw him debut in those backstage segments on Raw where he just was literally just drifting in the background, I was like, oh, I think they did it. I think they did it right.
I think they found something with him.
I think they did it good.
And the better part is that no one harps on about him winning a championship, because no one really wants to see him win a championship. It's not a necessary part of his character. He's entertaining as he is.
Yeah.
It's not like all these guys like Bobby Roode or any of the other tag teams that got called up. It's not like the Authors of Pain where you're like, okay, when are they winning a title? It's not about that. His character transcends championships. And sure, it would be nice if he, I don't know, beat Bobby Lashley for the IC title or something, but he doesn't need to. And that's a refreshing thing to have on the roster, is a guy that doesn't necessarily need to have a title. He's just there putting on shows in an entertaining way. And that's not something we get much nowadays. It's all about championship pictures. It's not about, I don't know, blood feuds anymore. It's not about storylines that are on the main roster. And yes, they try with Sasha and Bailey, but that fucking worked out horribly for everybody involved.
I think that's one of the things that sort of got lost in the new era of everyone's just a really good wrestler now. Like you look at
that's it. That's what it is. Everyone is a really good wrestler who has always wanted to be a wrestler since they were 5. And they saw Ric Flair go and woo on a bitch. That's all they wanted to be. All they wanted to do. And now the locker room is full of nerdy super fans who dreamt of being a wrestler. And just, I don't know.
Their thing is that they're just wrestlers. You look at the Kenny Omegas, you look at the AJ Styles, you look at now even Seth Rollins and like it's just they're just wrestlers, and there's a market for that. I'm not saying there shouldn't be anyone that's just a wrestler, but
no, of course. But there should be larger than life characters, which is what we're missing. We're missing the Hulk Hogans. We're missing the Macho Men. We're missing all the people from the past. I'm not saying they should all be the past. I'm not saying they should all be like the past characters. I'm saying be like an Elias. Have a character that sort of transcends wrestling. Because whilst it is still wrestling, you still need to have a thing that brings people to watch you, regardless of what you do, whether you're doing the guitars or you're having matches. It helps that Elias is a good wrestler anyway. Yes. I mean, he's not setting barns on fire or anything, but, you know, he's pretty good at what he does. So he's the perfect package. He's entertaining. That's the word. Nowadays, you don't even have to be a good wrestler. You just have to be entertaining. Yeah. If you're entertaining, you're fine.
Some of the wrestlers in Japan, you'd never look at them and say, wow, that guy's fucking incredible at wrestling. But they're just entertaining as shit.
It helps that they are also the best wrestlers.
That too, yes. But sometimes you're just looking at a match and like, I'm just having fun.
Yeah, as long as you're having fun with what you're watching. That's the important thing. We can't all be like Andy and be miserable.
But like that's why characters like Elias and Bray Wyatt and people like the New Day, they're refreshing. Because it's like, oh, a character. I remember when wrestling had those.
Yeah, it's novel nowadays.
I look at Cody and the Young Bucks, and it's
the thing is,
my god.
The thing is, people like Andy. I love Andy, right? But people like Andy is that it's like
there's always a but.
There's always a but. It's like
it's never saying anything nice. It's just I love Andy, but he's a massive dickhead.
Well, he is a little bit. No, right? Because
he is a little bit of a massive dickhead.
He's a little bit of a dickhead.
No, because what I mean is that he'll have a go at somebody like Elias for having a gimmick and being over and having a definable personality, and being like it's too stupid. Like his gimmick is ridiculous. I don't get it. And then he'll say about the Revival, oh, well, they don't have a gimmick. They're just two guys in trunks. It's like, what is this weird middle ground that doesn't exist, Andy, or insert person here that I don't have to keep picking on Andy for? Like, what is this weird middle ground where you want somebody who has a definable character, something that you can latch onto and you can understand, but then apparently it's not too over the top, so that they are generic and feel like everyman. I don't understand.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god! Look, okay, I fucking hate the Young Bucks. I'm sorry. I know there's some people out there like, what? Oh my god, the Young Bucks are the greatest thing ever. Oh my god, like, fuck off.
I understand a word you just said, but I also want to say I don't fucking hate the Young Bucks, but I'm a little over them.
I hate them. I think they're so fucking up their own arse, and they're not even good wrestlers. Oh my god, our finisher is a double super kick. Like, fuck off, guys.
It's not. It's not a finisher.
It's basically
it's the tandem pile driver, but
oh wow. Oh wow. Sorry, fanboys. Apologies for insulting you there.
I'm not a huge fan of the Young Bucks.
Yeah, we're not even fanboys. We just watch their matches.
I'm here in my Bullet Club t-shirt because it's amazing. I love the Bullet Club. Oh my god. Like, fuck
He's
off.
wearing a Giants shirt and I'm wearing a Breaking Bad shirt, actually.
Just like, fuck off. Like, there's more to wrestling than, oh my god, it's a Bullet Club. Like, fuck off. Just get over it, right?
I mean, they're not even in Bullet Club anymore, so...
That's sort of what I was getting at earlier with the Undisputed Era, where it's like, they're just that. You know what I mean? They're good.
No, I don't know.
I understand where Karkar's coming from.
But that doesn't dampen my enjoyment of them, and I don't feel like it's worth pointing out.
Totally still, like, they're good. I'm not saying they're not. I enjoy them. But they're
You're saying that they're factions, right? They're factions? Is that it? I don't get your gripe.
it's that they're like the Bullet Club in the sense where, well, not the current now Bullet Club because that's very different now, but like the Elite, I guess. They're like that in the sense that they're just a handful of good wrestlers, and that's sort of it. And they're bad guys, and one does air guitar with his belt, and that's it.
Oh, come on. No, that's great. Don't
Cool,
shit on
sure,
don't shit on Kyle O'Reilly's air guitar, all right? He practices every day at home with his belt. He trains hard.
Thing, though, where they're not like really characters.
No, they're definitely characters. Absolutely.
What is it? Because I'm not getting it.
Well, because Kyle O'Reilly, it's in the way they wrestle mostly. Like Roderick Strong is just the jock frat boy guy with shitty little boots that's like really up himself, and you have Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish being like
little boots.
Yeah, you remember shitty little boots? Yeah. But Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they have like an interesting dynamic in themselves. It's always been present since they were Red Dragon. It's always been that Bobby Fish is the older, like more experienced guy, and Kyle O'Reilly, he's not young, but he's not as experienced as Bobby Fish. And so you have like an interesting, almost not like a father-son dynamic, but like an older and a younger dynamic. And they're both they're going to beat the shit out of you with their impressive MMA shit.
I guess.
And then Adam Cole is Adam Cole. He says his name, and everyone's like, oh.
They have more characters.
Sorry, that was the best thing you've said all episode.
Yeah. He says his name. He points his fingers up, and they're like, oh.
Oh my god.
It resonates with me as a person.
I also have a name.
Oh.
I also like to say my name. Oh.
There's a point upwards.
No, but I get the Adam Cole character of like, I'm so important and so cool.
Yeah. He's self-inflated to a point of like, but he backs it up as well in the ring. That's the best part.
And that's what I'm saying. I like the Undisputed Era, and they have more character than nothing. They're not just 4 pieces of cardboard that wrestle good, but like
that wrestle good.
They do the good wrestle.
They do good.
They do good lucha things.
They like 9 times out of 10, real good wrestle. But I do, but like you sort of get what I'm coming from with the Bullet Club. Like the Bullet Club sort of created this little bit of a problem, not a major problem, but a little bit of a problem in indie wrestling, at least, where like it's so much about the spots that the character almost doesn't matter anymore. Not that
I would say Undisputed Era matches aren't like spot fests, though.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Undisputed Era isn't exactly that, but they remind me of that.
And plus, like, the 2 core things of each group are different. Like, with Bullet Club, it changes every given minute, but let's stick with it right now, or the original intention is that they are the foreign gaijin of invading New Japan almost, with American-style shit. They're straight shooters. That's why they're called Bullet Club. They're straight shooters that do wrestling differently than what you're used to in Japan, and they spit all over the Japanese traditions. That's what Bullet Club originally means, but then the Elite came in and ruined everything, but that's besides the point.
Yes.
And the Undisputed Era, their shtick, their goal is that they are the future of NXT, and it's a fact, whether you like them or not, what they are doing now is the future, and that's why it's the Undisputed Era.
Right.
Because they are the Undisputed Era, which is like it's a different ball game to me. Yes, factions are more or less fundamentally the same, and that goes for everything.
But I feel like maybe I'm not saying my point properly because I'm not talking about their personalities. I'm talking about like the fact that they both just come in and they wrestle good, and that's sort of their presence in the ring, as opposed to someone like Elias, where it's a character-driven personality. They're more wrestling driven. Does that make any sense? Where like
yeah, but it's only really a problem if you're like us and you pay attention to both products. Like if there's nothing else like the era in WWE, the last thing we had was the Shield.
I guess
Undisputed Era like that new thing, and there's not anything like them. They had Sanity, but they fucked that up.
What happened to them?
For 3 of them without Nikki moved up to the main roster and did absolutely nothing. Killian Dane changed his gear and looked like a fat potato, and it was the worst thing ever. And Nikki Cross was still good in NXT, but now she's moving up and she's going to be a part of Sanity, but she's not been pictured with them anytime she's been up, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them, basically, but they fucked it up.
Without her to begin with.
Right. I don't get it either, but I feel like it's because NXT needed the woman. But besides the point, they fucked them up, is what I'm saying.
They fucked them up massively.
They did.
Back with them, it gets better, but
It could get better if they pair her with him, but I doubt it at this point. But what I was saying is, the Undisputed Era are really the only thing like them in WWE. It's just like how in New Japan, the Bullet Club is the only thing really like the Bullet Club. Yeah. And that's a faction-driven promotion. Like, they are a standout faction amongst LIJ, Suzuki Gun, Chaos, and Seki Gun, and all of it.
Yeah, I guess my main point, not even to say about the Undisputed Era, is that there's too many characters now that are not really exaggerated. They feel very...
No, I get that.
These are just people. Which
that's why I'm a big fan of Bobby Lashley recently, because he went from coming in and feuding with Roman and being like, hey, I'm Bobby Lashley, I'm really happy to be here. They photoshopped my eyebrows on in post, and then they put him with Leo Rush.
He said that in every promo. It's like, you know what, Roman, I'm gonna kick your ass and take your belt. Also, did you know in that picture, eyebrows ain't real? Photoshop.
I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna take your belt and I'm gonna take your eyebrows and put them on my head.
Because they keep
eyebrows in a pole match.
Yeah, exactly. But no, ever since they paired Bobby with Leo Rush, and he's been like, he's the almighty Bobby Lashley, and he does poses and shit, and he points at his bumhole.
I want that name. I didn't realize he had that nickname. I want that more.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's a specimen. He's the almighty. That's what he is.
That's why I fucking love Braun Strowman, man. I know Andy's been on his fucking circle jerk with Strowman lately, but he's genuinely awesome because of shit like that.
Yeah. All the cartoony shit that apparently Andy hates when Braun does it. Oh, yeah, such a Braun.
But
he flipped over a limousine. He's the best.
Flip over my asshole, Braun.
What the fuck?
Rip it open, Braun. Whoa! Both of your hands. Just climb in there along with Connor.
Wear me like a skin suit. So my point is, I want more exaggerated characters like this almighty Bobby Lashley thing, and I just feel like there's too many characters that are a little too real. There should be some like that, but there's
I mean, Lizzie says it in the chat, cartoony shit is fun. Wrestling is cartoony shit. Let it be that.
Yeah, like, I miss the Ultimate Warrior days, man.
Even when we turned out to be a massive piece of shit, at least his character reference was on point.
I mean, like Mr. Perfect and that stupid shit was fun.
Yeah, he threw darts at a board and it was like, oh,
he threw basketball. Real good.
I would be really bad at describing old wrestling to people. So, what did Mr. Perfect do? Oh, he threw darts and shit and everyone was impressed. Oh.
Shango came out with a skull and was like, well, spooky, man. And then he made like Ultimate Warrior puke black or some shit.
Yeah, and Ric Flair said woo, and he's 9,000 years old. Oh.
The mummy that woos.
Exactly. Oh, God. Are we talking about the Rumble?
Yeah, let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Because we've been doing this for an hour and have yet to start talking about the Royal Rumble.
I mean, I fucking tried the Kofi Kingston thing, but Sam was like, I want to talk about NXT now. I was like, all right then, Sam. I guess I guess let's end the flow of conversation and do it topic by topic. Sorry, I forgot Andy's here.
Yeah, that's the narrative we're pushing now. Okay. Glad we're all on the same page of what didn't happen. That's great.
You can diffuse any accusation by calling it a narrative.
Oh, that's my favorite thing. But anyway, there's like 9 matches on this card. Are there any that you want to discuss, like, right now?
Yeah.
What is it, Ben? What match do you want to talk about?
The first one.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're not helping anything.
Pick one. I don't care.
Oh, God, fine. The Bar versus The Miz and Shane McMahon, the new odd couple for the tag titles on SmackDown.
Hold your shit. What?
Okay, I'm holding.
What? The Miz and what?
Yeah, The Miz and Shane McMahon are now besties. Yeah.
How did you not know this, Carmine?
Okay, for everyone watching this, I haven't watched wrestling in like 3 months. What the fuck are you talking about?
So remember at the Redacted event last year where Shane McMahon won the WWE World Cup?
Even though he wasn't actually in the World Cup, and it also didn't feature many people from outside of America, so it was mainly just the North American Cup.
Yeah, he won that and he got really happy about it. He replaced The Miz in the finals, who was deemed unable to compete due to a some shit. I don't fucking know.
That in itself is crazy. Miz can't go for the finals. Who are we gonna get? Oh, I'll just put my son in there because fuck it.
No, Shane decided this as SmackDown. He was the head of SmackDown, and he decided, I'm going to put myself in to represent SmackDown.
We need to just point out that this was all part of a next heel turn that they were going to do for Shane.
Yeah, now they're doing a babyface tag run with The Miz.
So yeah,
funny how we get to places.
Instead of Shane turning heel, Miz has now turned babyface.
Yeah. What part do you need explaining, big guy?
No, I just want to die. Just go on.
Oh God. Okay. Well, hold it in until the end, at least. But yeah, and then ever since then, the Miz has been like, "Oh, Shane, you're my best friend. I really love you," and they just really wanted to form a tag team with him, and now they have, and they're fighting the Bar because.
Oh, the Bar.
Does the Bar still have Big Show in it for no reason?
No, he left.
Okay, good.
I don't know why. I don't know why he was there to begin with. I don't know why he left, but he was there for a minute and then he was gone.
I just remember like, oh, it's the Big Bar now. It's like, what? Why? It's like, no.
Now it's just the Bar again.
Never mind. It's back to Little Bar.
We don't set for Little Bar. We are the Little Bar. Exactly. But yeah, that's happening now. I'm liking this pair, and I don't think the Bar's gonna win this.
Wait, you're liking the Miz and McMahon pair?
Yeah, it's fucking dumb as shit, and I love it.
Why?
Because it's just the Miz being like, "Oh, Shane, you're my best friend," and Shane's like, "I guess." See? It's fucking great. What more do you need? It's wrestling.
I just love the mental image that came with that of like Miz just being like, he knocks on the door like, "Hey Shane, how's it going, buddy? How's my best friend doing?" And Shane's like, "I'm doing a lot of paperwork here, man. Can you like not?"
That's literally what it is.
Okay, all right. If that's what it is, then I'm on board.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it.
And they've been having like clashes over like what gear they want to wear.
That's amazing. Because my favorite one was they okay. So Miz brought in like concept art into Shane. He's like, "Look, Shane, look, this is what you'd look like if we had matching gear." But instead of it was like Shane's head. But instead of it being Shane's body, they gave Shane Bill Goldberg's body, and it was just fucking ridiculous.
See, I love this. I fucking love this cartoony shit in a wrestling promotion. It's great.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, yeah, because this is like the Fashion Police almost.
A little bit, yeah, especially because they're gone now because Fandango's injured. You got to have some fucking comedy somewhere.
I hope they come back and still good.
The McMiz, says Hiro Naiko. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Fuck it. Why are they fighting the Bar though? Okay.
Yeah. Because they are fighting the Bar.
We don't just fight the Bar.
We are the Bar.
I think it's because they want to prove themselves as being the best tag team in the world because Shane McMahon is the best wrestler in the world.
It's starting to lose me a little bit now.
He won the cup to determine the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah, no, I remember. It's just now.
So Shane McMahon is now the best wrestler in the world. So says the cup with the blood money on it.
He drank the blood, and now because of the ritual, he is the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah, he believes it gives him sexual powers.
And Miz is all for it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of shipping going on in wrestling these days.
It's like Mac and Dennis from Always Sunny, just a little bit. Yeah. Great. I want him to win, to be honest.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't even care.
There's something different. It's something different. Like,
sure. As long as
the Bar of a Bar, they're always going to be around. They've been tagged times for how long.
Pairing existed, but you know what? Fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hi, Panda Ninja.
Hi, new subscriber. Welcome to the click.
Yay.
What else we got? We got Asuka vs. Becky Lynch for the Women's Championship, also on SmackDown.
Oh, okay, good. This should be good.
Yeah. I don't like the back and forth build with this because 1 week they were like, Becky's getting a rematch. And then they're like, no, we stopped doing automatic rematch clauses. And then they're like, surprise, Becky's got a rematch.
The fuck?
But they couldn't make up their mind for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it happened.
All right. Well, the match should
Like
still.
Paige made the match, and then on Twitter she was like, "Oh, I got a little crazy there in my crazy head." So that's not happening anymore.
Like, okay.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. The build's not been great, but, it's Becky, it's Asuka. They're having a match. It's going to be fun.
Okay, I just need to quickly, in the chat, open 4-3. You're dead to me. But back to this Becky Lynch-Asuka thing, I think...
Oh, okay. Open 4-3 says the New York Giants have a Jinder Mahal of the NFL.
I'm not going to acknowledge this comment any further.
I wonder why. Why you're upset.
Because the Cardinals are the actual worsts, and so I don't have to actually deal with that comment, and it's false.
I like the New York Knicks.
Thanks, Liam.
I'm also a fan of the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, this is where my life is at now. So Asuka and Becky Lynch, I think. Becky's so fucking good.
Yeah, they're both so fucking good. It's just Becky's been booked to be good for longer.
Right. And so, I don't care really so much about the build for once. It's an odd thing where, the match is going to fucking prove itself, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they do something.
Oh, also, Alex King asks, are you guys predicting the Rumble numbers again? Yes, we are. We've each picked a number.
Yep, and we're going to...
I'm glad he remembered. I'm glad he remembered that what we did last year.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody, especially because not all of us did.
No.
It's great. But yeah, we're doing that when we get to the Rumble match. But yeah, what do you think of Becky Lynch recently, Liam?
She's pretty.
Yes.
Oh, man,
she has very pretty hair.
That's some analytic genius.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the match she's having, though?
I hope she comes out in nice ring gear.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What do you think about the performance she's going to put on in this wrestling gear with her nice hair?
I think she will look very pretty.
Jesus Christ, it's like getting blood from a stone. Why are you like this?
Becky Lynch is legitimately, she's probably the standout wrestler of 2018. I wasn't here for the end of year awards, sadly. I can't remember I think I was traveling home, so I couldn't do it. But she would have been my wrestler of the year, both male and female. I think she qualifies for the male category. She is the man after all. I think
yes, nicknames are literal.
Yes. But no, I think she is probably the standout at the moment. It's got to the point where I don't know if I'd quite agree with people saying that she is the female Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't think I'd go that far. Maybe in terms of maybe the bar is so low in comparison that we haven't really got anyone else to say that they're as close as. But I
thought Alicia Fox was the female Stone Cold because she poured drinks on herself.
I mean, Alicia Fox.
Second, the way you were saying that, though, Liam, I thought you were about to... She's not... I wouldn't say she's the female Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think she's just Stone Cold Steve Austin now.
Yeah, I think it's his new gimmick that he's trying. It's really good. They're really good with makeup these days.
He looks
prosthetics.
Really pretty now. It's amazing.
Yeah, he really...
it's just him in a fucking red wig and some shit.
And he just
he's tagging the fucking Instagram glam squad on Insta, being like, "Hey, now these girls, they really know how to do up a redneck." That's how he talks, right?
It's actually pretty close.
Yeah.
I kind of want that to be a thing now.
Oh,
Steve Austin in drag.
One episode of SmackDown where Becky can't be there for whatever reason. They just put
Asuka.
No, fuck that. I want Stone Cold Steve Austin on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm 54 and I'm from Texas.
What's your drag name, Steve? Becky Lynch. Give me a hell yeah.
You say to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Well, I am the man, brother. Becky Stone Cold Fake Ginger Lynch.
I just want an episode
that was amazing.
where Stone Cold comes out in a wig and everyone just pretends it's Becky. No one acknowledges that it's Steve Austin.
And then you have RuPaul sitting in the front row Becky Lynch, your performance on the runway. To the fucking head motions. Yes. It left us stone cold dry. I'm sorry, my dear, but you are up for elimination.
Don't call Becky Lynch.
What? I said Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, you are up for elimination. What?
If you say you want me to beat Oscar in this lip sync battle, give me a hell yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm finished.
Oh, Jesus. Becky Lynch. What? Sashay? What? Oh, wait. What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin says.
On the competition.
Stone Cold Steve Austin says he will sissy that walk. Now give me a hell yeah.
After I've had 2 beers, 3 beers, 4 beers, a shot of whiskey, a Bloody Mary, and Charlotte Flair's tears. I think I found the next role character we have to do.
I'm actually crying. This isn't funny anymore.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, man, that's too funny.
I think Becky's going to...
Yeah, as much as I love Asuka, I think Stone Cold is really going to pull the win out here. Oh, God. But yeah, what else is happening? Oh, yeah, the big match. Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor for the Universal Championship. It's a foregone conclusion, but let's talk about it anyway.
That's the real thing that's going to happen?
Yeah, because it was going to be Braun, but then for some reason he's not doing it anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what backstage reason it is, but he's just not doing it. So they wrote him to like destroy Vince's limo, and Vince is like, "That's my car, pal. You know what? You're not gonna be in the Royal Rumble match anymore."
Damn it!
What was that Nick Cage delivery?
What do you mean? That's how he talks. It's just how Vince talks. Leave him alone.
That was amazing.
Having fun, damn it. Yeah. But yeah, so it was going to be Braun vs. Brock again, but... okay, open for free in the chat says Demon Finn will come out and lose. Apparently, it's not going to be Demon Finn because Finn is going to lose, and they want to protect the Demon persona. So they say.
That's stupid.
That is stupid. I'm totally with Carmine on that. That's stupid. Like, just the logic doesn't make sense. So like, Finn's like, oh, the Demon only comes out in like special, important matches. Like,
not against Brock Lesnar for the championship. God, no, that's not special enough.
I don't need I don't need. Yeah, like it's ridiculous.
Last time he said, "I don't need the Demon," and then he lost.
Look, I like the idea that Finn's finally getting a shot at the Universal title. Like, don't forget, he never got a rematch for it in like 2016 when he got injured and had to relinquish it. He's never had another shot at it again. So I like the idea that he's finally being able to be like, okay, we can put this to rest. Is he the uncrowned Universal Champion still?
And the answer will be no.
No, he won't be. But
no, he won't be, because Brock Lesnar will rip him open from his head.
Brock Lesnar will eat him as a snack. Not even like for breakfast. As like a mid-morning snack. The one that you have in between like 10 o'clock and 1.
Finn Balor, the mid-morning snack of WWE.
Like, Brock's just going to be like, mate, I fucking shit turns bigger than you.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, though, because as much as I love Finn, like, why? And apparently the reason why this is happening is because Brock wanted to have this match happen, because he prefers working cruiserweights and shit. Which I can understand. His match with Daniel Bryan was a fucking barn burner compared to his matches with Braun Strowman that ended in like 2 seconds.
Well, you have to keep saying to Braun, slow the fuck down. Like, this
I'm JR, by God.
By God, he needs to slow the fuck down.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, like, and I understand why he says that, because as we've seen from Brock before, like his matches with AJ Styles and his match with Daniel Bryan, and just even back to his older days, like his matches with Eddie Guerrero, he has better matches with what you would consider smaller guys. Powerhouse powerhouse with him just doesn't really work.
No, but then saying that, I would slightly disagree with you. Slightly. Just
Oh, yes, go on.
because, remember WrestleMania 32 with his match against Dean Ambrose, just like was one of the worst matches he's been in since he came back to WWE.
I think the fault on that was more that Dean wanted a hardcore match and Brock wanted to train for the UFC, so he didn't want to get cut up with a chainsaw anytime soon.
Possibly. I mean,
It
that's
might have something
potential.
to do with it. He probably would have won
That's
with
a
one arm
potential,
anyway.
I guess.
But, you know, neither here nor there. But, yeah, and as much as I would have loved seeing Braun lose to Brock again, I'm gonna be interesting to see like what kind of match they have, because as we've said before, foregone conclusion, he's gonna lose. But we want to see how he's gonna lose. Other than an F5. We want to see the journey there for whatever reason.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I just hope that Finn doesn't get eaten. Like, he
will
puts up a fight. If it's over in like 2 minutes, then I think it will say a lot about how Vince McMahon views Finn Balor.
Well, I mean, Samoa Joe only went like 5 minutes, and that's Samoa Joe, so I don't know. As King in the chat says, why no demon? I mean, Brock Lesnar's great, but is he Baron Corbin at SummerSlam?
Fucking good point. Jesus.
As we all know, Baron Corbin at SummerSlam is a deadly threat.
Well, this is the problem that you've got when you create a character like this. Like, it's interesting that there's a dynamic like this to Finn. He's a unique character and not like one that we've seen before. And I totally understand that. But if you're like, okay, I'm going to make it so that, excuse me, that I'm going to have a character where they have like a persona, almost like Mick, I was going to say Nick Fury, but Mick Foley. That was an idea.
Yeah, bring together credit scene ends. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But it's like you know, you have Mick Foley had 3 different personalities and they serve different purposes, and you've got kind of that with Finn. You know, he's got the demon persona.
He comes out as Finn Potato Man, he comes out as Demon Balor, and then he comes out as Dude Love.
But you've written yourself into a corner here where he brings out the demon for fights that really don't matter, and then when you know he's going to be booked to lose, he doesn't bring out the demon. Which doesn't make sense. Like you know, like the chat said, you know, he's going to bring it out for Baron Corbin, but not for Brock Lesnar. Unless they proactively said on Raw, where it's like, Finn, the only way you even have a chance, a potential sliver of, you know, putting up a fight against Brock is by bringing out the demon, because you cannot hang with Brock Lesnar. Look at you. Look at the size of you. You can't even intimidate this man. He eats breakfasts bigger than you, sort of thing. If that's what Paul Heyman said, and then Finn's like, "Oh no, I'll go out there and I'll be here with me Irish,
I'll smile at him really big, and that'll do it.
I'll be here with me Irish charm." Like, if he said that, if that was the path they went down, where he's like, "No, I'm going to beat him without the demon. I don't need the demon to beat Brock Lesnar." Then yeah, fine, totally, I'd get it. But when you just don't have him show up as the demon, like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm actually trawling the WWE site, like, the build for this match to see if they have mentioned the demon at all, and I don't really think they've mentioned it that much. No, they've not. And not even in storyline. So they're just kind of hoping that you forget he has the demon powers. And then that way you'll be surprised.
He went almost a full year without the demon showing up, and then it was just like, the demon's back.
Hey guys, remember Demon?
Still called Demon Sis.
Remember the demon was inside me that I only use sometimes? That's the thing. Why? I mean, we're going to pick apart the demon anyway. Why doesn't he just do it all the time to win matches? Then he wouldn't lose.
It's a lot of body paint, mate.
Yeah. All right. I mean, is it an actual demon, or is it Sandra in the back with the paintbrush? Like, what is it? No one knows anymore.
No one knows. And then they changed it so he's not the demon; it's the Demon King.
Yep, the king of himself. Like, I don't understand.
Does that mean that he controls Kane? They've never established that.
My God, there's a reason why we've not seen him on TV in a while.
I mean, there you go.
Ignore the fact that he's running a county somewhere.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's just a bit odd. The devil's favorite demon, the Demon King. Like, surely Kane would be like, hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute. That's the tag team I want to see. It's just Demon Balor and Kane just being like, "What would you like, Master? Would you like a watermelon? No, go and fight the battles, Kane. Okay, sure." And then that's it. That's the tag team.
That'd be a great tag team.
Book it, Vince. No, he says. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Brock's winning, no questions, because they want him to go with Mania as champions. So, it's nice to have a different opponent, I suppose, even though we all know what's going to happen, and it's not going to be pretty.
Well, I mean, I was going to talk about the Rumble itself when we got to it, because I have a prediction of who's going to win, but,
Interessant. Let's see if there's any other, stand-up matches. I know we have Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles happening again.
I mean, I don't mind that. I think people, like anyone who might be complaining about Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, I think they're forgetting the world that we live in. You got to remember, Daniel Bryan was retired for almost 2 years. People were saying that this was a dream match they wanted to see. And then before that, AJ Styles looked like he was never going to be in WWE. And so we're now getting this kind of dream match between these two major stars. And people, I don't know if anyone is complaining about it. I'm excited for it.
I've not seen any complaints. I'm also excited for it too. And I'm loving the new Daniel Bryan. I'm loving this fucking super liberal, you're destroying the planet, man. Vince, you're a baby boomer, man.
I love it.
Just so funny.
I absolutely love it because you know what? He's bringing on the persona of that sort of vegan lifestyle. Absolutely, because you've got veganism. Okay, fine, whatever. You're doing it. Oh, okay, I'm doing it to save the planet, or whatever. But you've got people who I live in London, and in Leicester Square every Saturday night you've got people protesting outside Burger King.
Oh yeah,
Burger King. We've
seen them, haven't we?
Yeah. Just showing videos of animals being tortured, which has nothing to do with the creation of burgers. I know exactly what film they're showing. It's nothing to do with burgers. It's about animal testing.
No, Liam, if you see a cow being shot in the head, you don't want to eat a Burger King. Right? No, dickheads. I want a burger while I watch your movie.
I'll tell you what, that would be hilarious. Anyway, the point is that he's taken the persona of that sort of holier than thou, absolute amazing vegan. Look at me, aren't I great? You should be like me. I'm fantastic.
I recycle to save the planet, man.
I love that. You know what? I think they should take it a step further. You know what he should do? He should change the WWE Championship. It shouldn't be a leather belt anymore. It should be a plastic belt. Or no, actually no.
No, you can't even have plastic. It's got to be wood.
It's got wood. Oh my god, that should be. I'm not even kidding. That's fucking genius.
Give him a wooden championship that he can't wrap around himself because it's fucking wood.
It doesn't matter though. It fits so much better with his personality than carrying around a leather belt.
It's literally just a plank of wood with the faceplate on it.
Honestly, that'd be brilliant.
Just give it a personality.
That'd be fucking fantastic. Do that.
Hello, Dave. Is it you, Dave?
Oh, David, is that you? Oh, hello.
Oh, Dave. All right, sorry, my shit all fell apart. Where are we at?
We're
at the WWE title.
We were talking about
how we should have a wooden championship.
Should have a wooden championship.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Exactly.
Who's he fighting? AJ Styles?
Yeah.
Yes, a rematch.
Okay.
And we also talked about Balor vs. Lesnar. Do you have any passing thoughts on Balor vs.
Oh,
Lesnar?
I mean, it's stupid. I mean, I feel like the dumbest part about him not dressing up as a demon is that it completely gives away what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, the match itself gives away what's going to happen, if we're being honest.
I mean, if he at least came out as the demon, at least it's all right, let me at least watch this as a match, but now it's all right, well, I might as well not even watch.
Yeah, we all know what's going to happen, but that's why I'm more excited for the Bryan Styles match. I'm sure that Bryan will retain, because I'm pretty sure they're going to want to have both Lesnar and Bryan as champions going into Mania, but at the same time, how's he gonna beat AJ Styles this time, guys? Oh, is he gonna shit on him and be like, this is recycling?
this is recycling, you fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more excited to see that match because it's gonna be an actual match instead of how long will Finn Balor last in the ring?
Yeah, is it gonna be 2 minutes or 3?
I'm guessing 4.
I'll give it maybe 3.5. 4 is going crazy.
Yeah.
But Daniel Bryan, I think, is going to retain. But what's interesting to me is what the fuck they do with the Rumble. because who
Can
next?
we talk about the Rumbles then?
Do Roombo.
Let's talk about the women's rumble first, I guess.
Women's Rumble Poomble first. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom,
Do we
boom.
want to go down a list of official entrants? Because they've been tweeting out, hey, this person's in, and hey, that person's in.
I feel like that's dumb and they shouldn't do that, but sure, why not?
All right, so let me count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 have been announced,
That's too many.
given 7 chances for Kelly and Tori Wilson to show up.
I think I saw someone in the chat earlier say Beth Phoenix, Lita, and Trish were all spotted in Phoenix.
They were in last year's as well, so that would make sense.
The thing is, no, I've got to be honest, I disagree with you guys. Like, I think it gets to a point where you have too many of those guest spots, and it comes across to me as somebody who's just like, well, you clearly don't have enough people to fill out this roster.
No,
So
I'm not
Do
saying.
you mean like last year?
I'm not
No,
saying.
but last year was different. Last year, because it was the very first one, I let it slide. Because you know what? It was the first one, and it celebrated the fact that they got to that position. So it brought back people who were important to that division. I was totally
To be
okay
fair,
with it.
yes, that's fine.
But when you do it too often, like having Trish show up for a second time in a year, and probably next year and the year after that, it's like, fucking just come back. You may as well at this point.
No, she's like the under Trisha. Wrestles once a year for a chance at wrestling again, but she never wins, so she can only do it once.
It's this horrible monkey's paw situation that she's in.
Exactly. But let's have a look at some of the people who have been announced. Carmella, as we know, who comes out at number 30 because she won the Tag Classic, Mae Young, Snickers, Battle Royal, whatever it was.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Then you have the usual suspects, pretty much. I'm just gonna pick out the key ones that maybe we don't think are gonna be in there. Zelina Vega announced on her Twitter page that she will be in the Rumble.
See, like that's the shit where I'm saying you shouldn't announce these spots because, like, I'm not saying that 12 people in the Rumble should be surprises, but I wouldn't expect Zelina Vega to be in there. So the moment she came out, would have been like, "Oh shit, look, it's Zelina Vega. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected
shit.
it."
She
But
only
now I
wrestled
know
once
it's
in a blue
coming.
moon. This is cool.
What the fuck is the world's problem with surprises? Why can't I be surprised by anything anymore?
I mean, Brawl should be enough, right?
I fucking hate it. I hate there's no fucking surprises anymore.
Well, for me, I'm split on that opinion because sure, the surprise is one thing, but what comes along with the surprise is seeing the thing happen. Did you get what I mean? Because if I'm going to be seeing Zelina Vega, well, I'm going to be surprised and excited about what she's going to do anyway. It doesn't really matter if I know whether she's coming in or not. If anything, knowing that she's going to be in it makes me want to watch it more. So there's like two thought on this a little bit.
But I feel like part of the appeal that draws everyone in about the Royal Rumble is you don't know who's coming out next.
Well, we have 7 slots not left filled, so it could be
Out of
anybody.
30,
really.
that's not. I just don't like it.
I mean, fine, but it is what it is. We can't change it. Like,
I can ask that they change it nicely and then have them ignore me.
I mean, yes. There you go. All
Do
right.
that.
We also have Alexa Bliss coming out of injury spates with her head and shit, and now she's in the Rumble, so that's going to be
See,
cool.
like
seeing her
that
back.
shouldn't. Am I crazy? That shouldn't have been announced.
No, I do get what you mean, though, Carmine. Like, I do understand that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that surprises are bad and that you should reveal everything.
I think the difference is that there's a difference between having surprises like that, where someone's coming back or someone you don't expect, like Zelina Vega or an NXT call up. Like that's fine, but it's when you have people like Kelly, Tori Wilson, Ivory, Trish, Lita, like those sort of like non-full timers who are coming back and taking those slots. Like the first one was fine. It's okay to have 2 or 3 of those to keep it interesting and spice up. Like again, Rey Mysterio with the male Royal Rumble last year. Like that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. Not to the point where it's like, oh, Michael Cole's in it. Like, no, that's taking it too far.
That fucking Rumble was a shit show. It's like, oh, it's who was the first one? It's Jerry Lawler. Oh wow, look at that. And it's like, oh, it's JBL. Oh, and then it's like
Booker T. Oh, it's Michael Cole.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it was a bit much. But you know, I do get what you mean. Like there's a certain level between surprises and then just feeling like you don't have enough material to work with. Does that make sense?
No, I
Yeah,
get what you're
definitely.
saying too. That they shouldn't all be legend returns, but
No.
let me be surprised by fucking something.
Although,
Well, okay, here's an
I'm
idea.
gonna go on.
What surprises would you like to see? If we always predict surprise entrance in a Rumble, what about the women's? What surprise entrance do you want to see? I'll get the ball rolling here. It's never going to happen, literally ever, but imagine Sable.
That'd be crazy cool.
But because she's
Um,
Brock Lesnar's wife now, she comes out as Brock Lesnar.
I just,
With
I,
like a
lit- I know
really
what you.
obviously
I-
fake sword tattoo on her breets and everything.
Actually,
And,
that
like-
could work quite. No, legit. That actually could work quite well. Not her dressing up as Brock, but you could have the women's.
Thanks.
Like,
Thanks for
No,
shitting
listen-
all over that funny idea.
no,
that could work.
listen.
Not what you
No,
said, but a thing that I
listen.
thought of while you were saying it.
Is much better. It is though. No, listen, right. So you've got the women's Royal Rumble, and this is before the Lesnar Finn Balor match or whatever. You've got the women's Royal Rumble, and it's like entry number 28. It has to be quite late into the game. There's a load of women in the ring. It's like 3, 2, 1. Who's number 28? And then it goes dum, 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 dum. And then everybody's going crazy because they're like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is Brock doing? What is Brock doing? What is this?"
This just
Go,
in, Brock Lesnar now identifies as...
Sable.
Yo, you know what would be stupid? Like,
What?
No, but
you know, you have the buzzer.
I wasn't
Wait. Okay, all right, finish your thing.
Instead of it being Brock, it's actually Sable, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Sable! Look, she's got giant tits." Sable.
But what I was gonna say was like, imagine like the music starts and everyone's like, "What the fuck? This is the women's rumble. Is Brock about to just come out and eat everyone?" And then on the Titantron, like you see like just a B in the middle, and then it expands from there to like you see the A and the S and the L and the E, and it's Sable, and it's like, what the fuck?
That could work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite proud.
And
of
she
us for
comes
that
out
one.
and she does the little hop skippity jump that he does, and the tits are everywhere.
She does the Brock roar.
Yeah.
She comes out and she just looks at one random woman in the ring. It's like, I'm here, you're here, let's do
this.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, and she gets eliminated in like 5 seconds because she was never back in.
Yes.
But no, who legitimately, who else would we want to see in there? It would be like a cool surprise.
A return that I've always wanted to see, especially in a one-off scenario like this, because I don't know if actually returning to wrestle full time is something that she wants to do, even. But I would love to see Karma again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen now, just because she seems to have, found her place in television.
What?
She's an actress now.
She's an actress now, mate.
I didn't know that.
Mate, she's an actress now. Mate, she's on a Netflix show. Mate.
It's called Mate. You should watch it. It's good.
Mate. What
It's
is
actually
wrong
called
with
Mate.
me,
Yeah.
No, but then it's even better for just like a one-off thing. She doesn't have to come back full time. But like, I always thought that would be cool.
Just see her come in, rip a couple
never get
heads
to
off.
see her like actually wrestle in WWE.
No, that's
I know
true.
she had her TNA run and everything, so it's not like we never saw her
No,
wrestle.
she never
but-
actually wrestled in WWE.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
true.
but she had that one Rumble appearance that was super fucking cool. So I thought,
Ooh,
that'd be-
you know what would be cool? Renee Young.
why?
She comes out
This
with
would be
Dean Ambrose's theme.
Yeah. She comes out as Dean Ambrose's theme. And she's like, and she goes in and she's like, oh, fuck, I'm not a wrestler. And then just gets out again.
With the gas mask and
Yeah.
everything. No, she
Yeah.
comes out with the gas mask and like she comes out into the middle of the ring. Like she takes her sweet fucking time getting into the ring. Like she takes 1 minute and 20 seconds to even get in. And she's just circling around looking like Dean Ambrose. And everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? And then with 10 seconds left, as the countdown's starting, she gets into the ring and takes off the thing. And it's like, oh, fuck, it's Renee Young. And then Sable comes out with Brock Lesnar's music. And then we can have them eliminate each
Renee
other.
Young eliminates her in 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Heroic
stupid.
Tycho in the chat says Ashley Massaro would be awesome for a surprise entrant. Oh, that's
Never
a
gonna
fucking
happen.
callback. That's
Never
a
gonna
fucking
happen.
callback. Remember Ashley?
I do, but I
Vaguely.
don't think very many people do.
I remember
very,
Ashley.
very vaguely.
I think she would be too much of a. I mean, the problem was like Ashley was.
We're not
she wasn't
actually
even
looking at like the logistics here. We're just being like, oh, who would you pop for?
The thing is, I would be confused with Ashley because she was never a women's champion. She wasn't even the first ever Diva Search winner. Like, Christy Hemme would make more sense if we're going to go down that road.
But no, Liam, I have a boner for Ashley Massaro.
What about, okay, here's a really obscure one.
That's a good comeback.
How about Carmella, but not the one you're thinking of, the one that lost to Christy Hemme in the Diva Search competition.
World famous cum guzzling slut, Christy fucking Carmella.
No, Carmella something.
Carmella de Cesare.
No, that's actually her name, Carmella something.
Yeah.
No, I remember that she was called like a cum guzzling slut or something
Christy called her
Raw.
a cum guzzling slut on Raw.
It just says that on the fucking Titantron.
Everybody
is the cum guzzling slut from a Diva Search. Women's empowerment.
Oh god. What about
apparently that video's online.
No, I'd mark out for Ashley. I remember her. She was cool. I liked her a lot.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
She was really cool. I like her a lot. Maybe sometime we could hang out or something.
Fuck, I had
Gail
one in my head.
Obviously, Gail Kim, but she hates WWE, so never ever.
Oh, she's a never ever ever.
Which means
Jeff
she'll be in it.
Never ever.
Yeah,
she'll get inducted when she's like in her 40s or 50s, and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just give it some time.
Fuck, I had one in my head, and then you two started talking about cum guzzling sluts.
Oh, sorry.
Now it's all gone.
Father, forgive me for I have sinned.
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw something out there.
Who was already in it last year? Because I'm starting to I keep thinking of names, and I'm like, were they in it last year?
Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool.
Okay.
Michelle McCool had the most eliminations in that Rumble, by the way.
No, I remember she did fucking great.
Oh my god, she's a female Roman Reigns. Of course she is. She's married to Undertaker. She has to be.
Thought you were just going to say, of course she is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, she retired Undertaker in the bedroom. Yeah, Undertaker and Michelle McCool have sex, everybody.
Thank you.
They do.
I needed that.
That is a fact.
I needed that.
They're in a relationship.
They're married, mate.
I'm so
Do you think
scarred right
afterwards
now.
they both rest in peace from all the sex they have?
That's the worst joke you've ever made.
No, it's not.
Honestly.
No, I can confirm I've made worse.
So bad we could have heard a pin drop.
There have been worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to throw out my prediction for this.
Well, we threw out numbers earlier.
Well, okay, I'm going to throw out prediction of person and prediction of number. Okay.
Yes.
The number's the one that I'm most interested in, but I'm going to throw out person because we have to. Otherwise, we're talking about I'm going to predict number 23. Like, okay, great.
I think number 20's got real shot this year, guys.
Hey, you know who I'm liking the look of? Number 18.
I just say, you know what? This is number 23 Jeter. I can feel it.
Number 23 has been booked pretty well, guys.
It's been on a roll lately.
Impressions of Jimmy.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a callback on accident.
Yeah.
Oh god! Don't do it. You'll kill me. Don't do it, please. Anyway.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so I'm going to throw out my two predictions. I've got two people. I can't pick which one of these two that I'm going to go with. I'm either going to say, stop. Please stop.
No,
Otherwise
please stop.
Otherwise I'm going.
Oh, we can't have him leave.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to go with either Lacey Evans. Stop it! Seriously, stop!
Lacey Evans, that's a good shout.
Or Nikki Cross.
Yep.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those two. I think they're being built up. They haven't got a brand yet either. That's the interesting thing about these two. They're not on a brand yet. So I think that either of those two winning the Rumble works best for the story overall. For wherever they're going to take either of these characters.
Good.
What are you doing?
I'm agreeing with you.
Why are you being a dickhead?
Carmine, I swear to God.
I wasn't doing anything. What the fuck? I'm sitting here like, yeah, that could work. And then you're like, what are you doing? Why are you being an asshole?
Why are you being an asshole?
I'm sitting here like, yeah, that could work. And then you're like, fuck you.
Anyway,
the fuck?
what I was saying was, I think it's going to be one of those two. My head says Nikki Cross.
What?
I just, for some reason, the way you said that, I thought it was going to be a completely unrelated thought. Like, my head itches. Anyway, I think it's going to be Nikki Cross.
Such a dick. Oh my god. Anyway, my head says it's going to be Nikki Cross. My heart wants it to be Lacey Evans.
Now, do you like
Okay.
Lacey Evans, or are you just saying a name here?
No, I like Lacey Evans. She does.
I feel like
pin
I'm
up.
not even. I feel like I'm not even familiar with Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans is basically a pin-up model. Like, come on, how can you not enjoy her?
Yeah, she's from the 50s and probably racist.
She hot.
Yeah, that's it.
She hot.
You laugh, but that's her gimmick. Like, if you see her on Raw and she's talking really
What, like fucking Deuce
slowly,
and Domino? Like
because
she's actually from the past?
I'm a real lady, and I think for black people, you think that her fucking speech is gonna go in that direction because it's just the way that she is. She has like the aesthetic of being from the 50s.
I'll tell you what, I'd have more respect if that's the direction they did go with. Like, fuck it, go all out.
Yeah,
Racist gimmicks.
That's what was missing from the Deuce and Domino gimmick was blatant racism.
It would have worked.
Hey, I'm
look,
Deuce, and hey, I'm Domino, and hey, we don't like crime time because they
What's
should
up with the
segregated in
Irish?
tag
Hey!
division.
I mean, look, I'm just saying that Mohammed Hassan did really well for himself. He went into the
No,
main
he
event
didn't.
picture.
No, he didn't.
He really
He did
didn't.
not. That was an exact opposite of what went well, actually.
It actually... When we look at things that have gone well, Muhammad Hassan was not in there.
No, he was completely outside of the bubble because everyone hated him, and then he died.
No, he did do well up until the point where they did a poorly timed angle.
So all of him?
No, the part where it's a load of black masked men who came out and attacked the Undertaker on the same day of the London bombings. That's where they went
Right.
wrong.
And then he got chokeslammed off the stage, and he literally died.
Well,
In kayfabe.
kayfabe literally died.
Is that
Yes.
actually the story of what
Literally,
happened there?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we have to so assume because he got chokeslammed off the stage, and he was never
And he
ever seen
never
again.
came
So
back.
yes, he died.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
never ever
but
came
anyway.
back.
Yeah. What were we saying? Oh yeah, you think Lacey Evans? That would be cool.
Yeah.
You picked, which also doubles for the men's rebel, by the way. You picked number 23.
I did go with number 23. That is the one I'm going for.
I think number 20's gonna get real shot this year. This is number
Fucking-
23's year.
Please stop. I'm begging you, please.
People said to wait till 2023, but I think 2019 is in the year 23.
I'm begging
How's it gonna
you.
go?
Carmen.
I'm calling it
Carmen,
now.
please. I'm begging you, stop. Otherwise, I am going to go.
I mean, he's begging you, mate. He's begging you. We can't lose him. Please shut
Stop!
up, you asshole.
Stop.
I think the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble will either be Alexa Bliss, or I'm gonna go with a little wildcard prediction here, and I'm gonna say Nia Jax
Oh, wow.
because I hate myself.
I'm not going to get into it.
No, imagine
gonna get
like, she's on the Raw brand. They want to fight Ronda Rousey at Mania. Sure, why not? Let's go for it. Just get it out of the way, nip it in the bud. But no, and a key point to remember is that Mania is probably going to be Ronda's last match for a while, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be someone that she would want to face. Like, I don't know, let's say, for instance,
Bailey.
Ruby Riott.
Okay.
That's my wildcard pick. In terms of numbers, though, I have predicted number 24.
Of course he fucking has.
I picked 24 before you picked 23, cunt
Oh,
muncher.
Liam picked 23. I'm going to pick 24.
This
know
isn't
what, you're-
fucking, this isn't the fucking Price is Right. Like,
Fucking highest value wins. Shit.
there's nothing to do with it.
Prettiest part asks, Sam, who hurt you? Liam. Liam hurt me, actually.
When he didn't watch my stream because he had to
Yeah.
play Spyro because Vince makes
I
too
told
much wrestling.
I'll watch it when I finish the game, Sam. Just blame Vince.
Take care, Liam! Just like, here, have this. You're like, no, that's fine. And I'm like, okay, moving on then. That's it. But no,
this
turn
is
it into a fucking chronology.
This is fake news because he got really upset and he called me. Look, there's a whole story that we talked about.
They're eating
I'm
socks.
calling the police.
Anyway.
I'm calling the police for this lies.
Anyway. Carmine, who is your prediction?
I don't know enough about the women's picture to like kind of give an accurate guess on the person I think is going to win. I said 21 as far as number.
Of course he fucking says 21. Everyone's copying me.
It is two numbers away from what the fuck you picked.
Leave us alone.
It has nothing to do with what you picked, except that it is somewhat close in numerical order.
Thank you.
I picked number 21 because I fucking hate Liam, and that's all. That's the only reason.
I mean, to be fair, we all did pick. What the fuck was that?
I broke him.
Apparently so. Apparently, we did all, for some reason, pick like consecutive numbers, like really close to one another.
Yeah,
and I don't understand why.
Pick a different fucking number.
Let's go through what everyone picked.
No!
So, what?
No, I'm saying no to Liam.
Oh. They're saying no to me. I'm like,
let's not go through everyone's numbers. No.
Like, why not?
No, I'm too upset.
So we've already said Liam picked 23, Brooks picked 24, I picked 21, Andy picked 19, and then Brendan picked 22. So we literally we literally have 21, 22, 23, and 24 all chosen. Just no one picked 20. Otherwise, Andy would have made a fucking full house with 19.
What did fucking 20 do to you?
I'm just saying, no one picked it because then it would have been all of us in consecutive order. That's all I was saying.
Picked number 5.
Well,
no,
he actually
35.
gave a real pick. Now he picked 2.
Right, because he picked 35 before, and I was like, why are you like this? We were just trying to
make everything difficult.
We're just picking numbers, fuckface.
It's 1 through 30. That's all you had to do is just pick a number between 1 through 30.
Do you think it's because he can't count to 30?
So he picked something higher?
30, clearly.
He can count above it, just not to it.
But not between it.
No.
My only
0 through 30 are out of his lexicon. 31, however.
I only learned to start counting at 31. I don't know anything else.
I'm a journalist.
They only teach you 31 and up in journalism school. So yeah, I picked 21. But as far as people, I really have no idea. I for some reason, as you guys were talking about it, my brain was like, Bailey. I don't know. So I guess I'll pick Bailey.
Okay, well, who picked, what did Brandon pick?
As far as number, he picked 22.
22! 22! Oh, hell! Oh, dude! Goldberg!
He asked me just so he could do that. He asked me purely so he could do that.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Just to off in the distance.
I don't get it.
It's a thing that happened in WCW. You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
There's like something about a parking space, number 22.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically, Sid Vicious wanted, he was in a feud with Goldberg, and he wanted his car crushed, Goldberg's car, and it was in space number 22. And then it turned out to be Sid's car, and he was like, oh no, Goldberg! And it's a meme now.
Wait, I'm confused. So he thought that...
Oh, fucking no, it was WC fucking W. Leave me alone.
But I'm just trying to wrap my head around the scenario. Like, so he thought Goldberg's car was in spot 22, and then was like, I'm going to buy a car crusher to go to spot 22 and do that. And then after the show, he was like, hey, where's my car? And then someone's like, it's in spot 22. Oh no! Is that what happened?
Hang on, I'm doing some Google foo to try and figure this shit out.
Because I've never understood what was happening there.
No, okay. Goldberg destroyed the car once, and then Sid tried to destroy Goldberg's car as revenge, making sure that Goldberg's car was parked in spot 22. But his valet accidentally parked Sid's car in 22. Goldberg destroyed Sid's car, and then Sid destroyed his own car.
So I was right. That is what happened. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's
anyway,
WCW.
Fucking Rumble.
The women. I think it's either going to be Bailey or let me pick a SmackDown woman. Who the fuck's on SmackDown?
Carmella, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Zelina Vega, Naomi, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Charlotte Flair, Lana.
Lana.
Wow. You're miserable too, eh?
Yeah, that's the match we need. Lana versus Becky Lynch.
Yep. Calling it.
Yep, that's going to be Mania.
Yeah, so, with that being said, move on to the Men's Rumble.
The big boys. This is where the big boys play.
Apparently so. R-Truth is out at number 30. Then you have, also in the match, Drew McIntyre, The New Day, Seth Rollins, Jeff Hardy, Dean Ambrose, Bobby Lashley, Samoa Joe, Elias, Baron Corbin, Jinder Mahal, Apollo Crews, Andrade, Mustafa Ali, Rey Mysterio, Titus O'Neil, and Randy Orton.
Oh, I forgot about Orton.
We all did. It was a fun time.
Again, I picked 21.
Yeah,
the numbers are the
23.
same.
Yeah, numbers don't lie.
Who the fuck? I don't know. Assuming it's going to be Lesnar and Bryan going into Mania, who would make sense against either of those guys? Mojo.
Interesting. I'm going to go with Mustafa Ali.
Okay. Why?
Because if you think about it, he's been like rocket strapped. He's been put on SmackDown because like he's just there now. And he's been putting on fucking amazing matches with Andrade and yeah, I think he even had a match with Daniel Bryan at one point. Or was it AJ Styles?
So this is the beginning of the end of 205 Live, huh?
No. The 205 Live is still going. They just called him up, in effect. Like, he graduated.
They just pushed him to a different division. It's the same reason why Finn isn't in the Cruiserweight division, even though he is a Cruiserweight.
But that's gotta spell doom for 205, right? If they're doing that kind of stuff.
They've done it before. They did it with Leo.
I guess.
No, I don't think necessarily. I think he's filling a certain void that SmackDown has, which is that babyface ethnic character, which we don't, with all due respect, they don't really have.
No, that's true.
And plus, with the skills that Ali has in the ring, it's very unique in itself.
And I think also SmackDown, it seems to me, is starting to carve out this niche where it is almost that sort of not quite cruiserweight style, but for lack of a better word, that cruiserweight style. Which, you've got AJ Styles, you've got Daniel Bryan, you've got those sort of smaller, faster, leaner guys, whereas Raw's kind of the bigger players. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's like the light heavyweight division against the heavyweight division.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And Ali, if it doesn't work out for him, they'll put him back in 205 Live. I don't think it's a bad thing for 205 Live at all, because it also opens up opportunities on 205 Live for other for NXT guys to go up. Like it just feels like a move that says you're better than 205 Live, which then what of 205 Live if that's how people view it?
Think about it in the video game sense. Like you start off on NXT, then you go to SmackDown, then you go to Raw. Like there's a clear hierarchy with shows as it is.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to throw this one out there for you instead. Just think about it this way. I understand where Carmine's coming from, but one way you could look at the Cruiserweight division in that case is you could look at it as a place where guys who are smaller, who are overlooked, who aren't going to be put on the main event, aren't really going to be in a championship picture, barely lucky if they have a memorable United States Championship run. In the Cruiserweight division is a chance where they can actually shine, have some actual feuds, storylines, can show off their character, and have championship matches that could actually mean something if they write that championship well. Whereas, with all due respect, Buddy Holly, not his fucking name, that's a singer.
I look just like Buddy Murphy.
That should be his theme song.
And you're Akira Tozawa.
Like Akira Tozawa,
take for example. What they say about the division, it's a load of shit.
Take Akira Tozawa, for example. That guy is not going to be facing Brock Lesnar anytime soon.
That's where you're wrong, my friend. I think Akira Tozawa is going to win the Rumble.
Okay. But let's be real.
It's number 23's year.
Let's be real for a second.
The year of Akira.
I think it's a place where you could have those guys who may not be doing anything, and they can shine on there. I think 205 Live and the Cruiserweight division still has a long way to go. But I think they've made good strides, especially last year where you had Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander putting on some of the best matches of the entire roster.
And Mustafa Ali.
And yeah, he was there as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's one way you can
I
look at it.
guess. All right.
Just saying. As for me, I have my prediction.
What is your prediction?
My prediction
shot.
is a man.
Oh.
Wow. Is it a
Well,
man?
then I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. No topping that. I'll see you guys later. That's
No, he's a man.
Is he?
He's an angry
Oh
man.
shit. Oh, he's an angry man. It's Rage.
He's an angry Scottish man.
Oh, here we go.
Drew McIntyre. Oh, he's Irish. No, he's not.
No, you fucked that up, didn't you, mate?
That's the one country you couldn't have said. It's the one.
I'm angry, I'm not Scottish. I'm the Irish Drew McIntyre. Hoy-de-doy-de-doy. Haggis.
You ever
and
seen an Irish Scotsman? Me neither.
I don't have mirrors in my house.
I don't know what I look like.
Help me.
I can't see.
Does my... He's not blind.
He is now.
He's a genetic mutation between two races, and that's why he's blind. Sounds like you fuck up the announcing, Liam.
You were trying to build him up so much, and then at the last leg of the race, you just fell over.
No, we should have just gone with Rage at this point. Yeah, he said he was a big man, but it was angry. Yeah, that's Rage.
Oh, he's angry and he's Scottish and he drinks iron brew every day.
He's Conor McGregor.
Oh, he's angry and he
Oh,
likes
I'm
the
so angry. Oh.
You know someone has no character when that's all you can say about them.
Oh.
He's so mad all the time. He's just such an angry bastard. He's so.
I took Kurt Angle behind the shed and I shot him in the face.
I'm so mad. I've got to do my taxes and I'm angry about it.
I'm going to deep fry you like a Mars bar, Seth Rollins.
So mad. So mad that you're looking at me. I'm mad about it.
Oh, battered Mars bars.
I'm angry.
Oh, I'm angry and I have battered Mars bars.
I'm angry and I'm a Mars bar.
I am a big angry Mars bar. I'm not Irish. That's all you had to say. I'm not Irish.
I'm angry and I'm not Irish.
That's the one thing you have to say, and you couldn't even say that.
One job. You had one job is to say I'm Scottish, and you fucked it up, and I'm mad about it.
That's why I'm angry and I'm
You've
Scottish.
made me this way, Liam. It's your fault.
I've single-handedly made him an angry Scotsman.
Yeah, by calling him an angry Irishman.
You got half of it right.
Oh,
he's angry at you now.
With angry.
Okay,
Why
so
does
Drew
he prolong
McIntyre.
his syllables now for no reason? Why does he just talk like?
Scottish.
Oh, I'm so angry.
Oh, SNG.
Everything I do is elongated by my anger.
Oh, I don't like Brexit.
The angrier I am, the longer I am.
I am the longest angry man in.
Oh, I want to stay in the EU.
Oh, for
That's why
fuck's
I'm
sake!
angry.
Oh, I'm
Everything
angry and
is-
I'm British.
The longer this bit goes on, the angrier I get.
My throat hurts. Can we stop?
I would appreciate that very much.
Why are you
I'm
doing
angry
it,
and my
Ben?
throat hurts.
It's so bad. It hurts. I'm in a lot of pain.
Fucking shut up! Just stop!
So Drew McIntyre.
He is my pick.
That's a
He's
good
my number
shout.
one pick.
Yeah, I want
Actually,
him
you
to
could say he's my
rip open Brock
number
Lesnar.
23 pick.
It's number 23 here.
Stop it!
It's the year Drew McIntyre. It's number 23.
Voicecom says Drew is the new Sheamus. Confirms. No, I think you'll find that Sheamus is Scottish, first of all. Because Sheamus is Scottish, that can't happen.
No, Sheamus is the largest Irish man in the world.
And Drew is the tallest Scotsman in the world.
And the angriest.
Yes,
Oh,
I am
maybe
the
it's a
angriest, tallest
marmalade.
hot man in the world.
Oh, I am a lobster.
My height is fueled by my anger. The angrier I get, the taller I get.
Now I just want a dream match between Drew and Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Just so they
Just
can
cutting promos on each other in the long up. I am the largest man in the world, and all of you Scottish men are tiny and pathetic. Oh no, I think the Irish
you don't
are
know how
bad.
tall and angry I can get. You'll see it.
I think you'll find that I'm not only the tallest, but I'm also the largest in the world.
Being largest also makes me the tallest because height is a factor of largeness, and since I am the largest, I am also the tallest.
You guys sound
Oh,
more
who
Dutch
made
than
you a
Irish.
professor?
The genius of these characters, Liam, is that we don't give a fuck.
Oh, I see. I see.
Collectors Trommels NL says Finn is the biggest. Changed my mind. Well, you see, because Finn is only a small, tall man.
Oh, man.
Finn is just a little boy, man, potato boy, so he cannot be the tallest or in fact the largest man in all of the world, including Scotland.
You see, the more potatoes you eat, the smaller you get. It's a little known fact. That's why I only eat Mars bars. So I only eat Mars bars. It makes me very tall.
And very angry too.
I'm so angry that my diet consists of purely Mars bars, mostly
The
fried.
deep fryer runs through my veins.
My blood is purely oil at this point.
That is used to deep fry my enemies.
I'm boiling in anger at all times.
Voice Storm says this shit right here is exactly why I'm subscribed. Good. I'm glad
At
we
least
delivered to
someone
one
likes
person.
it.
At least one person.
At least someone subscribed.
Yeah.
There's only 2 out of 3 people in this call enjoy it right now.
They're not just shuffling cards waiting for it to be over.
I'm not actually shuffling cards today.
Oh, sorry! It's clearly the detail that's most important.
Just saying.
Today,
All
I'm
right.
flipping coins.
Actually, I think you'll find. So, those are our predictions. Any other parting words about the Rumble?
Well, I do think there's going to be one surprise entrance that no one's going to see coming.
At least one.
Yeah.
Who do we
Well,
think?
I know who it is.
Oh, you know who it is?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us?
It's going to be.
Stop it! No! Stop! No!
Number 23 is going to be Batista. I'm telling you right now.
How long have you been sitting on that shit for?
Since I started doing the voice.
Oh, right. So about half an hour.
Yes. Number 23 is going to be Batista. I'm telling you right now. It's the year 23.
Stop it!
It's the animal Batista. He's coming out. Number 23. I'm telling you right now.
I'm not listening. I'm going, bye.
Thank you for watching. This has
All
been
right.
our Royal Rumble show. And then we've got Liam the Rage Quit the Call. So
Thanks, dickhead.
he was Liam. What's the end of the show anyway? Oh, he's back. Okay. You got something to say, Liam?
I hate you so much.
There you go. Thank you for watching our Royal Rumble pre-show. And I don't think we have anything left to talk about, right?
I don't think we do. Shout out to people in the chat who have been here. Kirkus, Trommels, and NL. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce words that aren't English. Void Storm, Heroic Nyko, CPA, Pettiest Boss, Alex King, and everyone else who has been in here. There's been a lot of people. Panda Ninja, Lizzie Antonelli, open for free. Everybody who's been here, thank you. Join us again next time when we do more dumb shit.
And also, for one day only, exclusive for tonight, there is free subscription to Suplah Gaming. It's free for tonight only. So go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free just for tonight. One night only. Go subscribe.
We'll probably extend that offer.
Why do you
tonight.
say for enough lies?
No, it's only for tonight only. Limited edition. Go subscribe. Bye.
You should subscribe. Also, we have a Twitter and a Facebook. Subscribe to everything.
But mainly the gaming channel.
And this one, too.
Free. And this one. Both are free for tonight only.
Sure. We'll go with that.